Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? Hello, and well, oh, hold on. My microphone's coming loose. I'll do my prop. Why is the light not on behind me? Hold on. Turn on office.
Okay.
Come on. I need the light behind me. What's happened there? Right, we need to fix this. I can't live in a world where that light's not on. Dave, are you out of the way? Plug it in. What's happening? How did I not notice before? Right, hold on. We're trying to fix it. This is now my number one priority, to get this light behind me on. And I don't know why it's not. Come on. Seeing if we can find it on the Wi-Fi now. This is much sadness if that's not working. It's offline. Why is it offline? It must be unplugged. One moment. Dave, what's gone on here? We're getting down on the floor. It's the only solution. Has it unplugged? There, no, that's still working. No! Rubbish! It's officially not working, and I don't know why. Turn off office.
Okay.
Turn on office.
Okay.
Well, that's just ruined my day. Hello, folks. Welcome to the pre-stream stream. This is where the cool kids hang. Or it was, until I didn't have a beam behind me anymore. Can't stream without RGB lighting. Maybe I need to turn these two up a little bit. Get some more oomph onto the wall behind me that way. Otherwise, I'm just going to look like a regular human being. And that's no... How are we all? Are we all good? Don't mind me. I'm just fiddling with the lights. Does that make them brighter? Don't even know if this makes them brighter or not. Can we see? That's at least giving us a little bit of a red glow behind us. Not happy. We've got a little red glow. That's the best we can do. Well. Sorry. We're going to have a horrible unlit area behind me. I could move Pac-Man over slightly, maybe. Yeah, as Annie says, the home shirts are out. I should probably be plugging them rather than moaning about my lighting situation. Chris and Alfie, thank you very much for the subs. Alfie's just earned his pink nut. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, home shirts are on sale today. Let's head over to Twitter and have a little look, shall we? These are the home shirts. I mean, you've seen them. If you're watching the home series on YouTube, you've seen that the shirts exist. They are a beautiful thing, designed by Request a Kit. They are launched as of today. Pre-orders open until the 7th of March. And then there'll be the normal sort of 6 to 8 week production time. So if you order them by the 7th of March, which will probably be the only time you get to order them, I imagine we'll only do one run this year. Order by the 7th of March. You should have your shirts by early May. So just in time for us to lift the Champions League. But this is the website. It's been done by Hope and Glory again. And they were real top tier, top quality shirts last year. All three of them are on there. If you were affected by the delayed delivery because of COVID last year, and you've still got your 10% discount code for Hope and Glory in your emails that they would have sent you, you can use it. So you can potentially get a little bit of discount as well. But there's the home shirt available in kiddies sizes, fat man sizes, even ladies sizes. We're even catering for the ladies. Aren't I good? Look, we've even tagged Request a Kit in there. That's a really beautiful thing. But some of the detailing on these is great. We've got the it's coming back home on the collar in there. You've got the broken down badge detailing on the arms. The The third choice kit, which is this one, is a different colour. We've not had a blue home kit before. And this one's based on the crest of Peterborough, apparently. It was being explained to me by Request a Kit. And again, you've got the broken down badge elements on there, which are very, very snazzy. And then, of course, we have the away kit as well, which is, again, a different design this year. Previously, the away kit has been a reddy, pinky shirt. This time, we've just gone for the reverse colours from the home kit. So the bits that were green have gone yellowy gold. The bits that were yellowy gold have gone green. And it's just a complete reversal of the home shirt and looks very, very cool as well. Complete with new style LOLLUJO logo. They're available, boys and girls. Head to Twitter for the link. I don't know if one of the mods has already set a link up for a command. If not, that would be delicious if somebody could do that. But there you go. Home shirts. They are available. They are a thing. Let's sell them all. Sell them, or what website do you order it off? There's the link. bit.ly/homekits 2021 takes you to the Hope and Glory website. So they're just sold directly by Hope and Glory. And then we have the LOLLUJO section on there. So if you just go directly to Hope and Glory, if you don't want to follow the link on Twitter, you can go directly to Hope and Glory. Then I think if you go into collections, replica, pre-order, you should be able to find them on there. Yeah, there you go. So there's all the stuff that Hope and Glory make. They're making quite a lot of kits now. But you can see we take pride of place in there with 3 slots on their replica shirts pre-order section. There we have it. Charlie, I don't care that it's 7 o'clock. I'm trying to sell shirts. If you carry on telling me what time it is, I'll talk about shirts for another 10 minutes until every single one of you has bought a shirt. These shirts, these pay my bills. I need to sell shirts. That's a very cool shirt. These shirts pay my bills. I need you to buy them. You must buy them. It's the law. Oh dear. Right. Shall we play some Football Manager? Not because I was told to, but because I feel like I've talked enough about the shirts. It's 2 minutes past 7 now. I think I did enough of a sales pitch. If it hadn't been for the stupid light, we would have been done by 7. It's the light, not the shirts, that were the problem. When would the codes have been sent out? It would have been, I don't know, last year. Around about the time the shirts were dispatched, so I don't remember exactly when that was. You have to have a little look, I guess. I don't know. Search for Hope and Glory. It should be on there somewhere. Annie's ordered all 3. Beautiful stuff. Very, very happy. Can you tell me about a good VPN? I can in probably 10 minutes. I'll give it a rest on the plugging stuff right at the start of the stream. I mean, if you want the details, it's ! NordVPN. You can figure it out for yourself from there. It's a very good VPN, but I'll do the full sales pitch in a little while. Got to let you enjoy some Football Manager between sales pitches. I'm a reasonable man. So, I have to build up to it. Honestly, let's give you a quick overview of the save. If you are new or if you've missed a couple of streams, it is season 4 now of Non-League to Legend UK and Ireland edition, in which we've loaded up all of the UK and Ireland leagues. I started unemployed with one rule and one rule only, and that one rule was we weren't going to start in England. We started unemployed. Llanelli were the first club to offer us a job. Actually, that's not true. We got offered a job by them and some other club, and I can't remember who it was now. Both in the Welsh second tier. This is the one we took because they had the bigger budget. It took us a year and a half to get promoted because we took the job partway through the first season. Last year, we were top of the league for a little while and then bottled it towards the end of the year, ended up in the Europa League qualification spots. Sorry, the Europa Conference League qualification spots, and got knocked out of that by the end of July. But now it's season 4. We have a very good looking team, and we actually ended last night's stream top of the league, but Barry have played earlier today and knocked us back off the top. But we've got a couple of games left remaining before the league splits into the Champions Group and the Loser Group. I think we're probably already comfortably qualified for the Champions Group. Then we just have to play all of the rest of the top 6 twice more, and fingers crossed come away as champions and a Champions League qualification spot. We did apply for the job at TNS last night as well, because we're trying to apply for jobs in Northern Ireland, in Scotland, just to try and keep the journey going. No one's interested, so we applied for the new job at the New Saints at TNS because their manager went to manage Exeter, I think. Yeah, he went off to manage Exeter, but they didn't even give me an interview. So we've not gone to TNS. The only way we're leaving Llanelli is if we win the league, it seems. So we're playing Connors Quay now. Connors Quay are a team that are probably also going to be in the Champions Group as well. My Watch is vibrating massively. Anna's saying, do I want 24 cans of Dr. Pepper Zero? I feel like this is something I need to reply to. I don't even... Is 24 cans of Dr. Pepper Zero for a tenner? I don't think that's particularly cheap. I don't think that's very cheap. I certainly pay less than that for 24 cans of Diet Coke. Shall we play some Football Manager? Come on now. Look, Andy Reid's Player of the Year so far. We're going to play Connor's Key. We're hopefully going to win. We are in very good form. We ended last night's stream on a long and beaten run and scored 7 goals in our most recent game. Martel, Taylor, Crossdale and Robbie are just awesome up front, and hopefully they continue to bang the goals in. 24 cans of Coke Zero is £8. 24 for £7 is mate. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to chase after £10 for 24 cans, I don't think. Even though it's Dr. Pepper Zero, which is rarer to purchase, but I have got like 4 2-litre bottles of that in the kitchen. I know it's not as good. She's saying 24 for less than a tenner. We pay £6-7 for 24 cans at Tesco. Not of Dr. Pepper, but that still doesn't seem cheap. There we go. Has she acknowledged that now? She said okay. Excellent stuff. Who wanted a VPN? Oh, what's up with Martel, Taylor, Crossdale? Wolfman's going to have to come on early in the game. And Brady's injured. Everyone's injured. Just do both of those changes. The good luck modifier is gone because we closed the game and it's now... Oh, we've won a penalty. The good luck modifier's back. Excellent. They have Fanta Lemon. Come on, Anna. You know it's Apple Tango I want. If they have Apple Tango, I'll pay any price. Because I'm a reasonable man. Kev, do I just put the home file in the FM folder? It's not quite that simple. There is an explanation of how to do it somewhere. Which I'm sure you can dig out from somewhere. It's on one of the commands, I think. So someone can hopefully help you out with that. We're going to make 2 changes at half-time here because we've got 2 players who've picked up knocks already. Fanta Lemon. What kind of spy is she? Is Fanta Lemon good or bad? I don't really know. I don't really do Fanta or lemony drinks. So I'm very much Diet Coke. I didn't do a team talk. Very much a Diet Coke man unless Apple Tango's on offer. And we all know Apple Tango. Hooray! Meanwhile, I don't know what keyboard shortcut I've accidentally pressed to have the game changing a skin. I don't know what it's doing. I may have broken Football Manager. That was weird. It just disconnected me and then popped back up again. I think we've reloaded a skin and I don't know what skin we've loaded. What's the keyboard shortcut for reloading a skin? Because we just accidentally did it. Trying to sort out getting OBS to refresh. That was really weird. I don't know what caused that. Did someone say it's happening to chairs a lot this evening? So maybe Twitch is just having one of those nights that we know Twitch has from time to time. Fingers crossed it won't be a regular thing all evening, but if it does happen, know that I just try and come back on as quickly as possible. So if it happens, just refresh and eventually you'll find me again. That's usually how it works. It's just being a bit annoying, it seems. We're down to 10 men here for the last 5 minutes of this game. Which is a little bit unfortunate. Do you get a chance for youth player when you get youth day? The way we do youth players now is you just let the mods know what player you want. So you want the best player to come through our youth system, or you want the best left back in the England under 21s, or the best young striker at Chelsea. And then when we're not streaming, I'll allocate it then. It takes too long and it's too boring to go and give everybody players while the stream is happening. And of course, because we're down to 10 men, we've conceded a late equaliser as well, which is very, very upsetting. But yeah, I don't allocate players on stream anymore because there's so many people who've now qualified for them because of all the betting you've been doing. It's just bad content. So yeah, when you cash it in, let the mods know what kind of player you want, and then I'll allocate them. What's Kev's favourite discontinued soft drink? Definitely Apple Tango. It's the beverage of heroes. Is everybody back now? It looks like the chat is a lot less busy than it was before, and I don't know if that's because people haven't come back, people haven't refreshed, or if Twitch is still having issues, and that's making the chat not really work. But I've not seen the chat this slow for a long time, and I'm a little bit concerned that the chat is broken. Is there music? Yes, there's music. Can you not hear the music? I can turn the music up a little bit if you can't hear it. There you go. I've turned the music up a smidgen. Hopefully you can hear it now. You're not showing us live, but you clearly are. Good old Twitch. Gotta love Twitch. Oh. One day YouTube will make it possible for us to just go back there, and we'll go back there. Good old, stupid old Twitch. The music was fine, so I guess you just need to have your headphones up loud so you can hear me and the music. It's not too loud now, is it? I don't usually fiddle with it too often. Oh, I nearly poured my beverage all over my keyboard. It has all gone wrong this evening though, if my light's not working. Which I've had that light less than a year. Bad content is slagging off Spurs. Slagging off Spurs is the top tier content. Everyone loves slagging off Spurs. Remember, Spurs have got like 9 fans. So those 9 fans think it's rubbish, but everybody else thinks it's hilarious. The music's perfect now. Excellent. Love the mug. And the mug is a giraffe. And it's awesome. Is that coffee or tea? It's obviously coffee because I'm not a monster. I'm not a tea drinking monster. How did we do in Europe? We got knocked out. How's my day been? Pretty much the same as every other day for the last year. Pretty good, but no different really. I really want lockdown to be over now. I just want to go out, and we moved house in October and I still haven't explored the local area. I don't know where anything is. It's so weird living in a place for as long as we have now, but not knowing where, like, I don't know where the nearest Argos is. I don't know where we go shopping. You know, if we need to go and get some, if I need a new pair of jeans, I don't know what direction I head in. It's so weird. I just want to get out and explore. Were all the cars on the flatbed at the weekend mine? Yes, I had millions of cars. Or maybe just the one that was my old car was. Who knows? Google Maps. Google, I mean, yeah, I can find places to go on Google Maps, but it's not the same as actually going and exploring, is it? Google Maps doesn't tell me everything. Like, I don't know where the nearest Primark is if I want some Jim Jams. I genuinely don't know if there's a Wagamama anywhere near. And Anna's desperate for some Wagamama ramen. I don't know where the nearest Wagamama is. I don't think any sane people enjoy lockdown as long as it's been on now. No, I know. I mean, it was fine. This, like, 8-9 months ago, it was fine because the weather was nice. We expected it to be like a little short-term thing. It was almost like a extra little holiday where we all had a bit of extra time off, a bit of extra time at home. The weather was nice, so we could go out on our walks and we could still get out of the house. And I hadn't moved, so I knew where stuff was. But now we're just living in this alien place. Can't leave the house, and if we do, it's freezing cold and always raining. Rubbish. Do you remember when we all thought it would be 2 weeks? Yeah. Those were the days, weren't they? I'm fine with lockdown, no different to normal life for me. It must be in a way. There must be bits of it that are different from normal life, surely. I mean, it's like 95% of the day-to-day stuff is exactly the same for me, but like, I can't just nip out and do something. If you were at Hartlepool and Barry offered you the job, would I go? Probably not. Don't know. Is Anna out shopping? I mean, how can she be? There's nowhere to shop. Good news is I've got my vaccination booked in for next week. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you won't have already seen. Having high blood pressure, it's finally paid off. Years of not really looking after myself has paid off. And I have my vaccination next week. A drive-through vaccination, which I don't really know how that works. I say I don't really know how it works. I should be able to figure it out relatively simply. I presume I'm driving somewhere and they're stabbing me with a needle through the window and then I leave. We're in lockdown till May at least in Ireland. Yikes. I don't know which vaccination it is that I'm getting. I just got a text this morning from my GP saying you can have your vaccination next Wednesday if you want. And I said, yes, please. And they said, right, be at this place at this time. I haven't asked any more information. I don't really care. I assume they both work. I put a lot of faith in the scientists. I assume they both work. An archer does it from 30 metres away. I would love that. That'd be amazing. Done. Aren't 60-year-olds getting it now? Well, it depends what area you're in. I mean, my dad had his 2 weeks ago. So, and he's in a different area to me. So, I guess in my area, they've got through all the old folk a little bit quicker. And they're ready to do the next group down, which I would guess I'm in. Because of my blood pressure. I thought you was the vaccine. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Every city, area and country is operating as fast as they can. Yeah, exactly. So I guess, I mean, I've had a few wangs suggest that I'm queue jumping somehow today. Obviously I'm not. There's no way to queue jump. As far as I'm aware, there's not the option to just throw money at it and say, do me now. So yeah, I've waited my turn. It is now my turn. And next week it is. Hooray. There you go. Annie's saying already had their second one. So depends on all sorts of factors, and where you are is definitely one of those factors. Right, well, we're out of the Nathaniel MG Cup. That's 2 poor results against the Connors Key Nomads now. Yeah, I'm in the high-risk adults category. I'm overweight and I have high blood pressure. So, although I was never asked to shield at the time, so I wasn't the high, super high, because I never had to shield. I guess I'm high enough risk to get pushed further forward in the queue now, which I'm definitely up for. And you're pretty old, Kev. I mean, I'm not. I'm 38. I'm not old, am I? Be thankful you're not in Alberta. We've been locked down since before Christmas, and it's been below 30 for the last... below minus 30 for the past 2 weeks. Not much outside activity happening here. Canada is also miles behind with the vaccination. Nice. Same, Kev. I'm 33, booked in for Friday, but asthmatic and a 40-ish BMI got me in, I assume. Yeah, exactly. We're finally getting rewarded for being fat and not really looking after ourselves. I knew it'd pay off eventually. I refuse to acknowledge that it was irresponsible and I should have taken better care of myself. Finally getting my reward for all of that pastry. Beautiful. Pretty grateful you don't live in a flat with 6 other healthcare students all doing placements in COVID wards. Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, Anna is still getting exposed to it most days. Yet she hasn't had her vaccination yet, which is mad. She's had to wear a hazmat suit and all sorts at various points. Depending on what she's doing and where she is. So, it's weird that I'm getting it first and I don't really leave the house. Do I have any suggestions for a backup right winger on FM21? I mean... I don't think anyone could genuinely answer that question, because it depends on who you're managing. There's just no way of answering. How good's your first one? Same here. Hazmat suits every day. 3 masks in my face no longer is a thing. Wow. Depending on what she has to do, go undercover as. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not been because she was in danger of getting COVID. She just had to go undercover as someone cosplaying a character from Fallout. That's why she was wearing one. Kev, your commentary's so good that I can listen to Nonny to Legend like a podcast. Hooray! Talking of podcasts, I signed up for Stereo today, which is the new thing I'm seeing advertised all over YouTube at the moment. They haven't sponsored me yet, so I'm not going to talk about it too extensively. I'll wait for that sweet, sweet sponsorship money. But I signed up for it mainly to claim my username so I didn't have a repeat of the TikTok situation. But that's like live podcasting, isn't it? Live podcasting with audience interaction. So basically what I do here on Twitch, but in podcast form. So I'll have a little play around with it and see if it's something I want to experiment with. But as someone who's been in podcasting since the dawn of time and now streams on Twitch regularly, it seems like a logical next step. Bum, 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 bum. Why are we rubbish all of a sudden? We were playing really well yesterday. It's the curse of closing the game. Never close the game when you're in good form, folks. Because it's just gone wrong now. We ended yesterday's stream top of the league. This is now going to be 3 games without a win, and we're 4 points behind again. Why are there so many FM podcasts and you're on none of them? Because I've never been invited on any of them. If they want me, they know where to find me. Remember, most of the Football Manager community doesn't like old Kev. Because I'm too handsome, too talented. All that jazz. So yeah, I've the only time I've ever been asked on a Football Manager podcast was when 5 Star Potential did that lockdown thing and they needed someone for every day, and I got asked on like day 25 when they were properly scraping the barrel. I got the call. But no, I've never been asked by any other podcast at any other time. I'd always be up for it. You'd think someone with the amount of podcasting experience I have would be a no-brainer, but I think I'm I don't know why. Who knows? Dun, 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 dun. Shall I pester them to get me on? No, you're right. If they want me, they'll ask. I don't want them to have me on just because someone's asked them to. There's no point going on a podcast where they don't really want me. The fact you've not been on 5 Star Potential podcast is a crime. We need you on there. I mean, that's their choice, isn't it? They can invite me on or not invite me on. They've chosen to never invite me on. It's one of those things. I found when I've closed the game down, went on a good run and opened it up on a new day, I'm rubbish. Yeah, that's pretty standard Football Manager things. Come on, boys. Let's have a winner, please. A long throw will be fine. Oh dear, we're going to lose this one as well. Come on, we've got to find a winning goal here from somewhere. I think you intimidate them, they worry you'll steal the show. I mean that seriously. You've got. Oh yeah, I would imagine that has a lot to do with it. I've never really, although I've been podcasting for 12 years, I've never really done it as the guest. I am always the host. So I would probably dominate and talk a lot and not follow their agenda properly because don't really have any experience of being a guest, but I'm not going to shy away from talking. So I imagine that has a lot to do with it. LOLLUJO is not guest material. We scored. He's the main man or nothing. Exactly. Beautiful. A 95th minute winner from Martel Taylor Crossdale. That's the kind of stuff we need if we're going to win the league. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What a non-league goal it is as well. I know we're in the Welsh Premier League, which isn't strictly non-league, but, you know, these are semi-pro players. These are non-league. What podcasts have I been on? Aside from my own, very few. Like, can't even think of any off the top of my head. think the video with Ben was really good. You were a good guest there. How dare you? Oh, the one on his channel. I thought you meant the one where he came on the stream the other week. Yeah, I am capable. I am media trained. You know, that's the weird irony. I've been interviewed on TV and on like live national radio more times than I've been been a guest on podcasts. I know how to be interviewed and how to be a guest. I love that Martel Taylor Crosstail has been a constant in pretty much every year of FM for me. He's a hero. I'll still be signing him when he's in his 30s. You did that interview about autism the other week. Yeah, I did that. I can't remember what that's called though, which is why I didn't mention the name of it. The Sit Down. There you go. Is that a podcast? I thought that was a YouTube interview. Maybe it was a podcast. What do I know? Oh, mentoring groups. I don't think we've even looked at them all year. Can we add some more? Yeah, there you go. See? Get some mentoring groups going. Beautiful stuff. So, we have qualified for the Champions group, which is nice. Now we just need to see who we're playing and try and win the league. Because that's the plan. We are only 2 points behind TNS and we've got to play them twice. So it depends how well their new manager has come in. I mean, we're playing TNS away on the last day of the season. Depends how quickly their new managers hit the ground running, and it looks like they had that iffy run of form when their manager left and before the new guy arrived. But now he's in. It does appear that their form is back. Been really busy recently, haven't had a chance to catch up. What have I missed? We are great at Football Manager. That's the main thing you've missed. We're in season 4 now. We still haven't won anything. We're still in Wales. That's the quick summary of what you've missed. Oh, good. We get to play Connor's Key again for the 3rd time this evening. 3rd time in 4 games. Then we play them again there. We'll have played them 4 times out of 8 matches by about 9 o'clock this evening. We haven't beaten them yet. Be a class last day of the season if you win the league at TNS. It would very much be very cool. Very, very, very. That's what we want to do now. When people ask what happened, just say you did a backflip on stream. And I was naked while I did it as well. But we had to delete the VOD because there was copyright music playing. It's just one of those things that happens, unfortunately. Make sure you subscribe to LOLLUJO Live. You might find it on there eventually. But anyway, someone was asking about a VPN before, weren't they? You should have a VPN, boys and girls. VPNs are incredibly important for keeping your data safe when you are out and about, which, believe me, I promise you, you'll be out and about again. You'll be using Wi-Fi on trains and in hotels and in coffee shops and wherever else, college, school, anywhere you use public Wi-Fi, you should be using a VPN to make sure your data stays secure. You don't, believe me, as someone who used to work in the IT department of a school, they can see what you're up to on your phone if you're not using a VPN to protect your data, if you're using their Wi-Fi. You don't want them seeing what you're up to because teenagers are perverts. That's what we learned very quickly. But you can use a VPN to protect your data when you are on public Wi-Fi. But also it allows you to pretend you're somewhere else in the world. And this is the thing that I use my VPN for at the moment because I can't go out and about and I'm never on public Wi-Fi. But I can use it to pretend that I'm in America so I can watch US Netflix or US Disney Plus. And it is awesome because US Netflix is better than our Netflix. So you can use your VPN, tell it to tell the world that you're in America, and then Netflix goes, oh, look, he's in America. And lets you watch all the stuff on America. On America. That's what it's called. In America. Like the American Arrowverse stuff, for example. It's all on there. It's not on the UK Netflix. It's smashing. If you're interested in finding out more, you can sign up. Or in fact, if you're interested in finding out more, you don't even have to sign up just yet. Ridge is there again. You can just head down to the chat section NordVPN. It will take you through to their website. If you sign up using that link and discount code LOLLUJO, you get an enormous discount off of a 2-year plan. It's like a 70% discount by using my link, and it's the best VPN out there. We all know it is. You should sign up for it. It's great. Bizarrely, US Netflix has the Great British Bake Off useless fact of the day. That is really cool. Germany Netflix is great as well. I've not been on the German Netflix. That's interesting. How much is this NordVPN? Exclamation mark NordVPN to find out. Depends how long you sign up for. The longer you sign up for, the bigger the discount you get. But if you do the 2-year plan, we can find out now. Should we go and have a look? Because the deals do change from stream to stream. So let's see what today's deal of the day is. It's like looking for what's the fish of the day when you're in a fish restaurant. So we want NordVPN/LOLLUJO. Oh look, yes, we're on Twitch. 30-day money back guarantee. Beautiful stuff. That deal is actually the same as it was the last time we looked. So the 2-year plan works out £2.63 per month. So you get 1 month free as well. It's a 70% discount. So you pay £65.86, and that gives you VPN coverage for 2 full years plus a month. So 2 years, 25 months for 65 quid. It's bargain-tastic. The VPN I used before I started using Nord cost that for 1 year, and you get 2 years for that price. You got to do it. Got to do it. As Zach says, Nord is cheap ass. Cheers, Kev. Cheers, Zach. Apparently there's VAT as well. So there's VAT as well. Take the VAT into account, for goodness sake. It's legit. Get your Nord on. Absolutely get your Nord on. That feels like that should be a t-shirt. A t-shirt and a dance. The Get Your Nord On dance. That's the Get Your Nord On dance. They'll love that. They'll be signing on for another month now. Right, let's take some of these boys in on trial. It is January. I think we have got a little bit of free wage budget finally. So we could potentially bring in a couple of new players, although we have to be a little bit wary with this because it was when we did this last January that form just went down the toilet. So we don't want to upset the team too much. Although we did improve the team by doing it, it did massively upset things. Can you hear that? Is that loud enough? Danny, thank you very much for the sub. Why can't I get my mouse onto the right computer? I'm still annoyed that light's not on behind me. It's very upsetting. Right, Nathan Shaw hasn't really played any football. Let's get him out on loan to make room for somebody else to come in and take his spot in the squad. So do that. Lovely, lovely. I'm getting loads. Oh, are we doing a prediction? Oh, God. These never end well for me. Right, we've got a few boys in on trial. I just need to check. Have we actually got any money? Cool, we've got quite a lot spare, actually. We could bring in 4 or 5 players here at £200 a week. We shouldn't, because of the reasons I just said. But we could, and you know I probably will, because that's how I roll. He's not good enough. He might be, though. Ellis Harrison, he's a bit old. Do we want old men coming in and messing everything up? Probably not. Oh, hello. 25 years old, 4.5 stars. Ooh, lovely. Jake Doyle Hayes. Johnny Maxted. These are some great names as well. Let's have a look to see where these boys show up on the squad report. So we definitely want him. He's got 2 full Irish caps. My word. How are we going to afford someone who's a full Irish international? That doesn't seem like that makes any sense at all to me. Let's take these bits of nonsense out. We don't want to pay any of them. Hey, we're getting a full Irish international who's still only 25. That is mad. Kev, did you get an email today from your management company about yesterday's stream? I did. No more needs saying about it. But yes, I did. Thank you. Just ordered the third shirt. Paul, wonderful choice. It's a beautiful shirt. Thank you. $25k on the line. Woo! What happened yesterday? My shirt fell off for part of the stream and my nipples were out for like an hour. I didn't realise that I was just streaming with my nipples out. And Twitch get funny about that. Dun, 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 dun. Cammy's also ordered the third one. It's going to be interesting to see which ones. I mean, I don't know which one I'm going to have framed. I usually only get one of each generation framed. So I've got the original red one framed the other side of this wall that we can see from the hallway. I've got last year's home shirt up there. I've got space just here that I might have the blue one framed up there, because the blue one is very snazzy. And it's a colour we've not done before. But I really, really like the away one as well. They're all good. I need to have a word with Requestikit and say, look, I appreciate the fact the kits are top quality, but if there's any way you could just make one real standout one and the other two sort of so-so I don't have to have all three of them on display somewhere, that would be nice. Where do I get the frames from? I just buy them off of Amazon. I'm not very good at framing them. I should probably pay someone else to do it so they don't look as ropey as mine do sometimes. But yeah, the frames are like 30 quid off of Amazon. They do come with instructions. I tend not to follow them because I'm an impatient buffoon, which is why they don't look as perfect as they could. Alfie's gone with the home kit. Jam, yes, there's news on this year's home shirts. They are available. They're available for pre-order as of today. They're available for the next 3 weeks. 7th of March, pre-orders close. And then they will be sent out from there. So, yeah, if you want one, get on one. Is the file supposed to be a zip file or a folder? What are we talking about? You've lost me. Are you trying to install the home files? You want to just follow a tutorial for installing a database. That's the suggestion that I would recommend. How much? It depends on the size you order. I think full-size grown-up size is $34.99. Small little person size is $32.99. So I think that's the same prices as last year. They didn't actually ask me this year how much I wanted to sell them for. They just put them up for that price. So I assume that's the same prices as last year. Certainly cheaper than that Arsenal shirt was that I spent 65 quid on. I'll never get over it. My partner's mum is knitting me a home woolly hat. That is amazing. I'm going to need pictures of that when it's done. That'll have to be a thumbnail. Dun, 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 dun. See, that's why I wish I knew how to knit. I'd love to be able to make something like that. Oh! I'm so fed up of playing Connor's Key. I recognise their player names. Will Brexit affect me buying a shirt? I'm in Ireland. You know what? I genuinely have no idea. Is it affecting you buying other things from the UK? This is why I'm quite grateful to Hope and Glory handling all of the shipping and that kind of stuff, because it means I don't have to jump through any of the Brexit loopholes and hoops and things. So I don't actually know if it does have any impact. I would assume not, but I would check on the Hope and Glory website and check with local government and stuff would be my suggestion. Yeah, but they're officially sold by Hope and Glory, not by me, and they just then send me a royalty. So I don't have to get involved in all of the legalities of sending them around the world and all the Brexit stuff. I might get an AFC Berry shirt and a home third kit. Sounds like a very good plan. You just have to pay import tax, I believe. Okay, there we go. Is that you will definitely have to pay import tax, or if it gets pulled you might? Because I know when I buy stuff from America, like I buy all my wrestling figures from America, sometimes I get hit with like a £60 import tax bill, and sometimes they just slip straight through and I don't have to pay any tax. So I think it depends on if they get noticed when they're slipping past the border. On the German Netflix last night, I watched Detective Pikachu. Not sure if that's on the American one. I'm not sure. You'll have to pay VAT if it's over 22 euros. Okay, it is over 22 euros. So I guess that's the thing. Bum, bum, bum. Why are we picking up injuries again? Brown is now injured. Connor's Key injure our players every time we play them. That's part of the reason I'm so fed up with playing them. Yes, they keep beating us, but also they keep breaking our players. We'll get Colonel Sanders on in midfield as we continue to try and turn him into a midfielder. Fun fact, NordVPN allows up to 6 devices for one account. That is a very fun fact. Which, I mean, that even covers my family. And we have a lot of devices. I mean, I'm sat here, just on my desk, there's 2 PCs and 2 phones. I've then got my iPad, and Anna has her 1 phone. And that covers us. Oh, good job the kids don't need it. Right, we are picking up injuries again against this absolute shower who just keep breaking us. Let's get Wolfman on. Wolfman's coming on for... Lost over 600 hours on a save and 18 years worth of a save because I was an idiot and reset a PC, but I saved the save to the cloud. Ain't got it back. Don't know whether to laugh or cry. That is sad. HBO Max in the US has all those great Batman animated series. You should get a login for that. I keep meaning to look into getting a login for HBO Max because that's where Warner are releasing all their movies this year, isn't it? So it's definitely worth doing. But you have to sign up as a US with a US address to do that, which is a little bit different from something like Netflix or Disney Plus, where you can just sign up with a British address or wherever you are in the world, and then just change your location, and it's as if you're traveling around. So, like, if I were to go to Spain on holiday, by default it would switch over to Spanish Netflix because that's where I am, but I could use the VPN to switch me back to watch British Netflix or British iPlayer or something like that. Taylor Crossdale has just grabbed another late goal. That man is a hero. An absolute hero. Put the White House address on. Oh, I could. I mean, it's only a matter of time before I'm president of the world, surely. Bum bum ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba. Colonel Sanders, and it goes wide. A knighthood. What for Taylor Crossdale? The thing is, he earned one years ago, and he never got one. So that's before I was doing that. So he probably what happened there? He probably has less to do in this save to earn one because of everything he's done for me in the past. Right, we're signing this guy apparently. From Ipswich. This is one that's been brought in by Spencer Bowen off of Hashtag United. I'm just going to keep reusing that joke. It wasn't mine to begin with. So this is where we find out if Spencer Bowen is any good. Because I've not scouted this guy, know nothing about him. Brady's injured. Brown's injured. Gishk. Do I look Spanish to you? No, but you've got a Spanish IP address. Brilliant. That feels like a t-shirt. There's Joe Lewis. I mean, he's not disastrous. He's not really first team quality though either. He's 6'2" though and has a very handsome smile. So he's got that going in his favour, which I guess is a good thing. Plus he's a little bit older. In this world full of young little rascals, it's good to have a more mature 24-year-old head around about the place. I heard Hashtag United. Oh, look, it's Hashtag Balfi. Yeah, my director of football is called Spencer Bowen. Hence Hashtag United. See what we did there? I didn't do it. It wasn't my gag, but I am going to beat it into the ground as my own. Dun, 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 dun. I'm proud to claim it. See, Scotty thinks it was his. He just said what we were all thinking. Hashtag United sounds miles better. It doesn't mean anything. Ridge would only be the 5th best striker at the club now, according to the scout report, which I'm taking with a very large pinch of salt. He's actually played 17 games for Accrington this year in League 2, and he's been rubbish. Do you reckon they'll let us have him on loan? No. Why am I yawning? It's not even 8 p.m. and I'm yawning, having just finished a cup of coffee. There is something wrong with me. But those of you who didn't follow us through on the raid last night won't have had the breaking news about my blocked nose. It was just a really big bogey. I sat there after the raid at the end of last night's stream. I sat there and I had a 2-fingered rummage, one up each nostril, pulled out all manner of stuff, and could breathe really clearly again after that. Can you sign me, please? I should still be the analyst for 2nd Division Welsh side. Taff's well, thanks. What's your name? And it's that very large pinch of salt that's getting you a vaccine next week. Gotta have the vaccine. Calvin Strong. What a name. That sounds like a wrestler's name. Are you a wrestler? You should be a wrestler with a name like Calvin Strong. Calvin, not Kavin. Calvin Strong. Performance analyst. You're unemployed, I'm afraid. Is this you? 17th of the 8th, 2001. You're good at being a head performance analyst, a performance analyst, and a recruitment analysis. And you have a 20 for adaptability. But you are unemployed at the moment. And we can't afford to bring you in. My bio says I play games with the media. Nice. I'm tempted to change my Twitter bio to say got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Birmingham, because it's all the media and Football Manager ever want to say about me. I might as well make it my Twitter bio. Stop yawning! What is wrong with me? Why am I yawning? Did I watch NXT? I haven't. I've had a busy day. I've not watched it yet. You'd think I had by how much I'm yawning. You'd think I'd stayed up and watched it. I saw the bit at the end though. I watched bits. I've watched the clips. Doobie doo doo. I had a joke with the South Wales FM guy who makes the teams, and he put it in as how I handle media relations. Nice. It's transfer deadline day, boys and girls. Have we actually signed that player we wanted yet? This is who we want. Jake Doyle Hayes. He needs to sign on the dotted line before the deadline. Do, 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 do. Here he comes. Come on, Jakey. Do, 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 do. Hey, beautiful. We have a full international who's still only 25 years old. Do you reckon he'll ever play for Ireland again? Probably not. But he has got those 2 caps to his name. Weirdly, only 3 under 21 caps. But 2 full caps. Presumably off the back of that 1 full season he played for St Mirren. Or maybe the 1 full season he played for Cheltenham. I would suggest playing for Cheltenham doesn't get you in the Irish national team. But if he had a really, really, really good season for St Mirren, we could probably find out when he made his debut. He made his debut against Armenia in November 2022. So it was actually the following year when he'd basically been dropped by St Mirren. We'll get him back there. We're not getting him back there. He's done now. Dion Cooper has never played a game of football for us, so we may as well just let him leave. There's no point trying to develop youth here. Playing for Cheltenham got Grant McCann his Northern Irish caps. I mean, I don't have a response for that, really. I lost 12 games in a row and the board offered a new contract. Should have been sacked. The AI in this version of FM is a weird one. The more I play, the weirder the AI seems to get. Can anyone confirm that Nord works from North America, especially Netflix? Kev Steelers. It should do. You should. I mean, the theory is, obviously, I've not been able to test it personally from the US, but it, regardless of where you are in the world, you can just put yourself somewhere else in the world. Right, Bandera's happy to stay. Beautiful. Oh, we've got no unhappy players. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Yes. Look, Jake Doyle Hayes got on the biggest transfers. This guy's gone to play for Sunderland. He's going to be a superstar. A superstar. He's not had a club since last season, but we're not going to hold that against him. Missed a few weeks. Last time you were doing FC Isle of Man. What happened? We have a command for that if one of the mods would like to find the command. Basically, the database went wrong. It's the short version. So now at LLANELLI. I joined the club. They instantly offered me a contract. Never even asked. Nice. Oh, I forgot I made a video explaining the whole Isle of Man situation. That's an unbelievable signing. Was quite highly rated when he was coming through our youth system at Villa. Nice. I mean, we have got, considering we're semi-pro and in the Welsh Premier League, we've actually got some really good young players who are the kind of players that I sign when I'm in the Conference or League Two. So, it's interesting. Love your avatar on stereo. Look, I was having a poo. The stream was going to start in 20 minutes. I just wanted to claim my username. So, as long as I had a beard and glasses, I didn't really fiddle too much with everything else. I did give myself a nose piercing. But yeah, if you want to see a brilliant stereo avatar, you should go and look at me on there before I change it to, before I spend some time on it, making it actually look like me. I have two Wonder Kids up front. One's up front. One's next Ronaldo. But what? Don't know what that means. Some awesome to see you doing well on Twitch as well now. But by far the best streamer, Whiter, from for FM. Thank you very much, Carradine. I realise you meant YouTuber, but I'm going to read it literally. I'm a Whiter. I have him in my second season with Malaga. He's all right backup and good potential in La Liga. Who are we talking about? The guy I've just signed. Oh, Doily Doily. Is this what he should be doing? Should he be a ball-winning midfielder? Or is it? It's time for us to evolve. An evolution is happening. We're going to play with a... I'm going to have to say it slowly because the rest of this team aren't going to understand it. We're playing with a playmaker. The idea is we give him the ball and he uses all of his international experience to do magical things with it. And these two score even more goals. But, I mean, he was a brilliant signing. Taylor Crossdale's a great signing. We've picked up some really good players that I would have happily signed for Kettering. I did sign Taylor Crossdale for Kettering. I joined Preston at the start. Halfway through, got sacked for being sixth. Joined Bristol City, who were 10th. Finished second, Preston 16th. It's always nice when stuff like that happens. Love it when things like that happen. However, regardless of how well you do, Arsenal cannot be the end of non-league legend this year. You have to go abroad. I think it's a very... I mean, if you watch today's video, I think there's a very good chance we'll be having at least one more club after Arsenal. What happened to not using 4-4-2 because it was overpowered? I don't remember saying that. I used to not use 4-4-2 because it was boring. But sometimes when you're in a rubbish club with dodgy players, a 4-4-2 is the answer. I mean, you're talking to the guy who's using a 4-2-3-1 gegenpress with Arsenal. I have no qualms about using overpowered tactics. Where's my beverage? Here it is. Oh, lovely. Come on, give it to the new boy. Let's see how fancy he is. Oh, for goodness sake. Arsenal is this year's Spurs. Maybe. I don't think I'll be at Arsenal as long as I was at Spurs last year. I think we'll either win the league with Arsenal this year and then stay in a bit. I think if I don't at least win the Premier League with Arsenal this season, I'd probably look to leave in the summer and head abroad. I quite fancy going to Italy. I don't think I've ever been to Italy in Non-League to Legend. We've done France, we've done Germany, we've done Spain, but I'm pretty sure we've never been to Italy. So it would be quite cool to get like the Milan or the Juventus job or something like that. Lazio might be fun. The thing is, Lazio is a downward step from Arsenal, I think. The Milan mission wasn't Non-League to Legend, that was a standalone save. Back when I used to do just standalone random saves. Right, come on, folks. Let's... If we lose this, we're not going to win the league. Oh, 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 oh. We're just hurling these long throws in. Get sacked from Arsenal, then you need the downward Lazio step. Story writes itself. I mean, that's a possibility. Inter over AC. I'll always have a soft spot for AC Milan. Partly, I mean, I had an AC Milan shirt back in the 90s. I think it's the only one of the very few non-posh shirts I've ever owned. That AC Milan team with Ruud Gullit and all them in, that era of AC Milan was just, I was at just the right age to be like, oh wow, that's a football team. So I'd always have a bit of a soft spot for Milan. Tom FM's favourite player. Yeah, exactly. Goodness me. But when I was little, Roberto Baggio was my favourite footballer. Around about the time of him missing his penalty at the 94 World Cup. I think that was when he was... I think he was at Milan by then, wasn't he? Right, well, the midfield didn't work. We've now lost a game. We've tried to be fancy. It didn't work out. Wolfman's on, and we're now chasing the game. Come on, boys. Yeah, Van Basten was there as well. Beautiful. Would I ever do a retro database save? Not a full save, no. It's too niche. I'll do another standalone video like the one I did with them before. But I wouldn't do a full save. Stuff like that. People think they'd like to watch a full save. In practice, they don't want to watch a full save. They want the novelty of 1 or 2 videos and then back to a more normal save. But I wanted my hair like Roberto Baggio when I was a kid, and my mum would never let me, and I thought it was utterly unreasonable. Looking back now, goodness me, thank you. Can you imagine? Picture a 12-year-old Kev with Roberto Baggio hair. In. Come on. That video, the retro database video, did get a lot of views. I've already spoken to them about doing it again for their new database that's coming out. So there will definitely be one on that database as well. But I just don't think a series on it would get views. Maybe someone will prove me wrong by doing a series on it and getting 20,000 views an episode. Just doesn't seem likely. Well, we're not winning the league then. Because that was pathetic. Ah. Rubbish. We've got to leave. If we don't win the league, we've got to leave this summer. We've got to leave this summer regardless. It'd just be nice to leave with a trophy. Yeah, it's the 76-77 database that I'll be doing. I'm just going to do the same as I did last time. Holiday it forward to now and have a look at what happened. Because, I mean, that's before I was born. I don't know anyone from the 76, 77 database. Me doing a series on that would just be like me doing a series with a bunch of new gens. And it would be the same for the majority of my audience. I think for a mass appeal thing, they've perhaps gone back a little too far with that. If anything, I would have come forward to like 2003, 4-ish and done something that people who actually play FM remember. Because that's you get your big nostalgia hit then. I think that's why the one on the 99-2000 database was so popular, because it was 20 years ago. It was, and people can remember it. It was like a generation and a half ago. So it was all lots of familiar names. The people who we now look as the real legends who've retired in the last 5 or 6 years were wonder kids in that game, in that database, and I think that was perfectly positioned. Whereas a database where you've got like a young Kevin Keegan in it, it's like, oh, I don't know. I don't think that necessarily appeals to people who play video games. But I am always ready to be proven wrong. It's never happened yet, but I'm always ready to be proven wrong. Greetings from Uruguay. Greetings to Uruguay. How is things in Uruguay right now? Anyone born in the year 2000 is now 21 years old. Lovely mathematics. Beautiful. Beautiful arithmetic. Annie, thank you for the bits. Right, come on, boys. We need a win here. We've got to beat Barry off of EastEnders. Database with baby Messi and Ronaldo in are always the way to go. Exactly. And that's the thing I've asked with this 76-77 database, and hopefully they'll be able to sort it out. I've said I'll be interested in doing a holidaying it forward video as long as players like that still come through. There's no point doing it and it all being regens, but if they have like all of the big name players programmed to come in at the right ages like they did on the 99-2000 one, because that was the really cool thing about that. You had this database that started with like, I don't know, Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard as youngsters, that kind of age, but you still had Mbappe come through in the year he came through. It was brilliant. If it hadn't have been for needing to make YouTube videos every day, I would have done saved myself on that video, on that database. But like I say, I just don't think it would be, I don't think it would get the views. I mean, I was very tempted. We talked about maybe doing a Wimbledon save in that database because it was pre-McDonald's. So we could have saved Wimbledon. But never actually got around to doing it. Oh, the little fat lad from Forest is in. 2-0 up. We're beating Barry from EastEnders. Wonderful stuff. He yeets it across there, look. Yeets it across to Reed. We're top of the league as it stands, but TNS have got a game in hand. But remember, we played TNS twice. It is still all entirely in our hands. If we win every game for the rest of the season, we win the league. The youth talk coming from Kev. I mean, his name is Yeats. That's why I said Yeats. What's the plan with this save? Try and win loads of stuff. Is the basic plan. I mean, I know that is the most basic of plans, but that is the plan. Just try and win things. Maybe you can finally see what that Newcastle fan you dated was talking about in the 70s database. Steve Howie was mid-90s. Does that include the Ethel Trophy? No interest in winning the Papa John's Mickey Mouse Stupid Cup. Win everything. I'm not going to try and win everything. Like, I'm not going to hang around in Wales forever if we don't win the league. I just want to have like a fun little career where we go and manage in some leagues I don't normally manage in and have a bit of fun doing it and hopefully win some stuff along the way. But I'm not going to say, right, I'm not leaving Wales until I've won every trophy in Wales, because I think that's putting too much pressure on the outcome of the save rather than enjoying the journey. The joy of Football Manager is the journey, not the destination. Am I counting Gibraltar as UK for this? No. Is that the former Forest player Andy Reid? It's not. It's someone else called Andy Reid, but in my head it is the little fat lad from Forest, which is why it's how I keep referring to him. But he's actually like 19 and our best player and lightning quick. So it's probably a different guy, I would assume. Holtzman's tired. Let's get the Colonel on at the back. In fact, let's get the Colonel on in midfield because we're trying to teach him to be a midfield player. And you can be a ball-winning midfielder. The new boy's taking a little bit of a while to settle in. And we're going to bring Wolfman on. Come on, Wolfman. Da, da. My light's still not on. I keep looking down at the little monitor view and I don't like it. It upsets me greatly. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum. That's the little fat lad from Forest again. Look at it, mazy direct running from him. Mazy and direct. That's not really... You don't normally describe running as both mazy and direct, but that's how quick he is. It's top tier commentary right there. Brady on the left hand. Oh, look at it. He's yeetsing it again. I know I'm using that wrong. I've got to be careful how I fit that into a sentence. But anyway, I've got to start using more youth speak. You lot were saying yesterday that I don't use enough youth speak. That's why I seem old. When I'm actually not that much older than a lot of other content creators. So, I need to learn youth words. Apparently, I have to learn to say somebody has done a madness, which I don't really understand. That just feels like using words incorrectly to try and look cool. Is that the key to being a young person? Trying to use words incorrectly to look cool? Good afternoon, Kev. I missed attendance today. What have I missed? We're still in the title hunt. If you were guaranteed to get the right number of views on a video, what other games would you like to make a series on? Civ 6, for example. I would love, and I will never be able to do this, I'm not good enough at games to keep it interesting. But I would love to be able to just be a proper variety gaming channel and just make content on whatever I was enjoying playing at the moment. Like, I've probably played 30 hours of Red Dead Redemption 2 in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So I'd love to be able to just make content on Red Dead 2 and have people watch, but they wouldn't. I'd go back through the back catalogue of games that I missed because I couldn't make content on them, so I didn't have time to play them. I've just downloaded Control on the PS5 because the PS5 version of that's just come out, so I'll be playing that soon. I never played that first time around. Cyberpunk, when that patch comes through, I want to play through properly. So, I mean, I still try and play lots of games, and I'd love to be able to just make content on all of them, but I've learned with experience that if it's not FM, I don't get the views, so I may as well just... I think, as well, it's quite nice the way I've got it, because FM was always my biggest hobby, and now it's absolutely not my hobby, and I only do it for work. So if I as a creator, you can easily fall into the trap of trying to monetize everything, and then it feels like you're never having a break from working. Whereas at least at the moment, if I stick Red Dead on, I can just ride a horse around and have a bit of fun and not have to worry about doing my hair or wearing a shirt or talking, and it's a proper break from work. Whereas if I could make content on all games, then what do I do then to have some free time? I'm a gamer. I play games for relaxation as well as for work. What's the best wrestling game I've enjoyed? Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. I prefer that to the one that's out now. Or one of the N64 wrestling games. I don't remember what they were called. There was a really good one on the N64 that was just brilliant. Kev, watching On Into Legend today, you really looked like you wanted to punch something during the Fulham game. I probably did. I don't remember it. I've blocked it out. Oh, hold on. Mauro Bandera's injured. He's got a hernia. It's because he helped me move house. He was lifting up my desk, my big desk, and he's giving himself a hernia. What is the game you love to see a remake of and updated? I hate remakes. Don't remake games. If you want to play an old game, just play the old game. Don't waste time remaking them. Make new games. Do I still enjoy playing FM? Yes, love it. Was it No Mercy on the N64? It was the WWF game on the N64. It was brilliant. Home this year is my favourite ever. Miss that there's no Mick Powell. Mick Powell is on the board of directors. He is in the save. How are things progressing on the training ground? Do I look Spanish to you? Do I look like I own a tracksuit to you? If you want to know about the training ground, ask Gethin. I'm Kev. I sit in my office, which is deliberately far away from the training ground, so I don't have to smell their dirty, muddy boots and their stinky old sweat. Dirty footballers. Right, let's pick up where you left off last time out. Oh, look, we're playing Connor's Key again. That's unusual. Forgive my ignorance. I've only recently started watching your stuff, so not seen previous years. But in non-English legend, do I ever move abroad? If so, Barca or Bayern were available. Yes, in fact, I went to both of those clubs last year. Last year, at this point, we were at Tottenham, and we ended up then going to Bayern, then Barcelona, then to Manchester United, and we finished the same at Manchester United. So yeah, we'll go abroad if the opportunity presents itself. Yes. I really enjoyed the Detroit videos I did. Yeah, I enjoyed making them, but had to take them off the channel because no one watched them, and it drags the rest of the channel down. So I think at this point I've just acknowledged that I keep non-FM games or non-football games at least. I'll still try and do something with FIFA again when it comes out. But yeah, non-football stuff is not for me to make content on. Is there any tricks to make a player take less money when you sign them? Not really. Shady needed the link. Good work, Shady. Will they ever put the Detroit videos on the LOLLUJO live? I don't think they exist anymore. I think they are fully deleted. I don't even remember what channel they were on. They might have been on that channel originally. And if they are, they're deleted because I deleted everything on there rather than unlisting it because I'm a maniac. If they were on the main LOLLUJO channel, they might just be unlisted or privated, in which case I probably could, but I don't know if there's much point in doing that at this point. Have I tried making a second channel for other games? Yeah, but what's the point if they're only getting 1,000 views? It then becomes an opportunity cost thing where I could spend 2 or 3 hours make it. Like I did a series on Fallout 4, I think it was. I did God of War on YouTube as well. But if I'm going to spend 2 or 3 hours making a God of War video, for example, that's 2 or 3 hours that I then can't spend streaming or making a Football Manager video. And if I make a Football Manager video, that will go towards paying my bills. If I make a God of War video, it won't. And if I want to play an hour of God of War, I could just play an hour and have an hour of enjoyment and free time. Or if I want to make it into content, it's at least 3 or 4 hours work that I'm not really getting paid for. So I'm happy just making Football Manager stuff, and I mean that's clearly what my audience want. I think my video and streaming style suits the games that I play. Like, you couldn't play an all-action like shooting game streaming the way I stream, and I'm basically having a chat with the game going on in the background. But I spend more time looking at the chat than I do looking at the game screen, and I couldn't do that if I was playing Call of Duty, for example. And I wouldn't want to watch that kind of stream. I'd find that really boring. I don't watch for the game, I watch for the person. Just bought 2 years worth, much better value than other VPNs out there. Good work, Shady. And you are speaking the actual truth as well. It is good value. Are there any plans to do more Content Academy style videos? Probably, and they'll probably be on what the channel formerly known as the vlog channel. because, like I said in the video I put out yesterday, I am transitioning that more and more to just be about stuff that I'm interested in. So the stuff that I'm interested in are things like content creation, business, habits, productivity, health, just that kind of stuff. So there's not really going to be much in the way of vlogs on there anymore because of all the reasons I outlined in the video yesterday. But there will be stuff like that on there sometimes. Oh, Wolfman! Come on, somebody do a football! We need a win here! Ah! Ah! Kev, how do you manage to play every game on attacking? I've tried and my players tire out easily. Oh, my players definitely tire out easily. I just let them be tired and then send them on holiday regularly. If I use the VPN in the US, do I need a US Netflix account or will my UK login work? Your login should work. Again, I'm wary about being completely definitive about something I haven't tried myself. But I know if I change my location to the US, my UK login works. How am I finding the Welsh leagues? Frustrating because of TNS. And Connor's Key, who were just my bogey team all of a sudden. But mainly TNS. Because the fact that TNS are there means you can't afford to go on a bad run. Because if you go on a bad run, they just run away with it. So we've been in and around this title race all season. But now we've just dropped some points. I imagine TNS beat Bangor there. And then all of a sudden they're 5 points clear. And it's like, well, we slipped up a little bit for 3 games. And now we've gone from top of the league to way back. You may have already discussed this, so apologies, but what happened with the audio on the vlog home videos yesterday? Both had big drops in volume following cuts. I didn't know there was an issue on the vlog. On the home video, I think I rendered it before it had finished doing the audio balancing and then didn't realise. I must have done the same thing on the vlog. It might be that my computer's taking an awfully long time doing the audio balancing. I might need to look into that. Vlogs, hopefully the vlogs will be edited by someone else pretty soon, so it's going to be less of an issue. I don't think today's FM videos had that problem, did they? So hopefully it was just a one-off. I mean, they were all recorded on the same day, so maybe the computer was just having an off day. What does configuring Windows mean? I don't really know. I need context. I've learned to sacrifice certain games for the benefit of the long-term season and play a weaker team. I seldom have to send players away. I don't mind sending players away. It's fun. What happened to the Content Academy channel? A man in America who makes dodgy WordPress templates made me take it down. And now it exists again as LOLLUJO Live and all the videos are back. TNS are the only professional team in the Welsh League, even though they're based in Oswestry in England. I didn't realise they were in England. I knew they were... They're one of 2 professional teams, aren't they? Aren't Bangor professional as well? The vlog one had a drop just before you started the explanation bit. Weird. I don't know what caused that. Probably the same issue. Probably rendering it before it finished audio balancing. Perhaps there's an update needed on Premiere Pro or something. It says non-installation there was a strange Windows sound during the cannons firing animation. Yeah, that's because I forgot to mute the streaming PC, which is the one that the videos record straight onto. So I tried to hide it as much as I could behind the cannon, but there was no way of completely hiding it because I was talking. But yeah, that was me forgetting to mute that PC, which I normally do. But, you know, you make as many videos as I do, occasionally you're going to balls up. It's just I've had 3 balls ups in 2 days, apparently. This is how I know it's time I need an editor. How did I get the name LOLLUJO? I just wanted to make up an original word. That's it, really. Only TNS, Connor's key, and have some pro players, but still mostly semi-pro. Banger, not professional. See, in-game, I think Banger are professional. Oh no, they're semi-professional. Maybe I'm wrong. Cardiff amateur. How are they amateur and doing as well as they are? So they're not paying anybody anything. We should just be scouting this entire team. Because they're as good as anybody else in this division. Surely they're all players I could just offer a £5 a week to. How are they outside of the scouting scope? They're in our league. Rubbish. Right, we are playing Banger now. We need Doyle Hayes to be as good as I thought he was going to be. I mean, he's still not fully settled in and fit and all that kind of stuff, but I was expecting him to just run things from the word go. Be my Perlo. Right, pump the fist. Let's win this football match. Cardiff Met's a big sporting uni. Gets lots of athletes go to it. Interesting. Banger do have a load of random Italians, so there's maybe some pro links. And we're already losing. Fantastic. Ah! Scrumpy. Because we were doing so well. But that gap, 5 points clear of a game in hand now as it stands. We may as well just give up and go home. Oh, that was a header. I got excited by a takeover on FM21 today. It's my first time ever in 20 years of FM. I got a huge 10 million in my bank account and I'm in the championship. Very disappointed. I mean, that's still, depending on who you are in the championship, that's still a lot of money. We rarely had that kind of money when I was posh in the championship. Do I go to Carlisle? I'm at Barry. I mean, it's a step up, I guess. Come on, equaliser here. Oh, it is an equaliser here. Lovely. Why does it feel like FM this year don't have as many job offers? Because they don't have as many job offers, I think, is the main reason. We've definitely seen it in non-league to legend. I've only been offered 3 jobs in the without applying for them. I've only been offered 3 jobs. Tottenham was the other one. I was offered offered an interview at Blackburn, an interview at Peterborough, an interview at Tottenham. They're the only 3 that have approached me in the whole of non-league to legend this year. I had to apply for Arsenal myself. You've got the fake Andy Reid, a Villa reject, and a Sloan Yang in midfield. How isn't this team romping the league? Because we're not professional. It's the TNS problem. We need to find a way to somehow topple TNS. Come on, boys. Demand more. More! We're not doing ourselves any favours by not winning games like this. It's all well and good blaming TNS, but this is like a 6th. We should be able to beat them. Try not to choke on my own spit right now, which is real glamorous. Right, Colonel Sanders is coming on in midfield. The natural libero. Can you turn a team pro in FM? You can, but you need a whole lot of money to do it. So realistically, the only way we're turning pro is if we've got to win the league first and then find a way to get through to the group stages of the Champions League still as semi-pro, and then we'll be able to use that money to turn pro. So we need to put together an exceptional team or sell a player for loads of money, but our players don't get sold. Like £300 is a massive transfer fee. So for us to have the kind of money to go pro, we'd need a Champions League qualification. And we're not going to get that without winning the league. And we're not going to win the league because of TNS and because of our own inept performances like that one. How old is the TNS manager? Well, he's new. He only I applied for the TNS job midway through the season. I didn't even get an interview. Would I ever go back to a club in FM that I've been at already? I wouldn't rule it out, but usually FM doesn't let you go back. Like, if Posh sacked Philip Koku now in Non-League to Legends and I applied for the job, they just wouldn't even interview me. Because that's just how it always is. Unless, like, 15 years have passed. Dun, 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 dun. You didn't get an interview at TNS because the interview process was over when I applied. Doesn't matter why I didn't get an interview. It's just the fact I didn't get an interview. And their last manager was in place for 6 years. So, any decent jobs going. It doesn't really matter. I don't get offered interviews for any of them. The only way we're getting out of Wales is by constantly upping the reputation of both the club and me and finding a way to do my coaching badges so that we might even get an interview. It doesn't matter if there's jobs in Scotland. I won't get them. There's no point applying. We need to win something. I thought Posh's thing was going back to old managers. Only the one. The only reason he ever leaves is because he falls out with the chairman and then they get back together again. YouTube randomly showed me a stream video from Non-League to Legend of Leicester yesterday. From FM17. I got confused thinking it was the beta. Did I manage Leicester in FM17? I'll go to England eventually in this save probably, but not before I've been to all the other nations loaded first. I feel like FM22 could implement a system where you have an agent who looks for the sort of jobs you're after and pops them in your inbox. Maybe. There you go. We can rob a player off TNS here. I don't really see the point in doing it. If you resign and apply for jobs in November or December, you're a lot more likely to get a job even with lower badges. But I don't want to resign. Why would I'm having a fun time at LLANELLI. I'm not going to just resign. It's silly that the game makes you do silly stuff like that. Are you not tempted to restart the Isle of Man save? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not even a little bit. I don't like to go back to stuff. Do a Scottish save. Well, this I mean, we've got Scotland loaded on this save. So we'll go to Scotland eventually in this save. So be patient and this will be a Scottish save. I want the director of football to have an age range function for recommendations. It would help so much for Wonder Kids. And that's why it's probably a bad idea to do it, because director of football recommendations are already overpowered as it is. If you're able to say, just recommend me the best Wonder Kids, you may as well just put Genie Scout on. Predicting Garden Village just to spur the lads on. Oh dear. How's the predictions going? There is a lot of points on us in this game. My word. Would hate to let you down. We should try and win the Welsh Cup this year. I mean, we've tried every year. We got through to the final when we were down in the second tier. So it would be nice to win it. So hopefully we can ruin Garden Village, because that'll set us up nicely for the TNS game that's coming up next. I mean, if we can we still play TNS twice. If we can beat them twice, that is still just about enough for us to win the league, as long as we win all of our other games. But this game coming up against TNS after this one, we're at home. If we do anything but win, we're just handing them the league title. And then we're just trying to hang on to a Conference League qualification spot again, which did give us a big reputation boost last year. What a goal from Brady. The Arsenal old man situation made me think how much you would hate taking over my Braga team in FM17. There was only one player in the first 11 under age of 30. One transfer window, they'd all be gone. I did a stream the other day as a tier 10 team and someone said about loaning a player from PSG. Like that would ever happen. Yeah. Speaking of badges, have we asked the board if we can go on our next course? Forget next course, we need to go on our first course. And Wayne said no because he didn't want me to leave and go for another club. He was quite open about it. He said, I'd love to send you on a coaching course, but I'm worried that if I do, you'll become more attractive to other clubs and we'll leave. So no, you're not going on one. So Wayne knew what he was doing. Wayne's in love. Am I confident I'm winning the league? No. If you win this game, I'd be grateful. Gone all in with 20,000 plus points on the line. My word. Good job it's not real gambling. You lot are nuts. It's Wayne's World, after all. It is. That's what we should call the save. If we end up staying here forever, that's what we'll rename it. In retrospect on YouTube. Oh, that's a big throw. I almost feel guilty doing it. But then I remember his little face. And I don't feel any guilt at all. Oh, that all sounds familiar. Lovely stuff. If Wayne's in love, it's a very toxic relationship. I don't mind. Me and Wayne are big buddies. Hope you end up at Rangers. I can officially confirm there's not a chance I'll end up at Rangers or Celtic. They're the only two teams I'll always refuse to manage. So yeah, there'll be no Rangers or Celtic ever. Wayne can be FM22's Mrs. Weymouth, but Wayne's a real person, so I can't really use Wayne in that same way. I don't know. I don't want to break this to you too bluntly because it'll ruin some of you. But Mrs. Weymouth's just made up. I know. It's a shock. She's not even real. Oh dear. She's real to me. She's real to me. I argue with her every day. In my head, she's real. Maybe I'll do a One Division on her and make her real. Sent you a tweet. Someone learning from you. Don't show Twitch might get a copyright strike. Now I'm intrigued. I need to know what's going on. I'll look on my phone. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, it's a long throw. That is a long throw. My word. And a little flippy somersaulty thing involved in it as well. He gets some distance on them, doesn't he? Woo. Yeah, I can't put that on Twitch. Where does the spag bowl come from? She makes it. She is real. I was only joking. She is real. Is that the Iranian League throw-in? Yeah. That's mad. Yeah, I taught him how to do that. One day I'll, when I make my cookbook, I'll have to put Mrs. Weymouth's spag bowl in there, where you put the spaghetti through the hot dogs before squirting the ketchup over it. How many recipes do you need in a cookbook? Because the longer this goes on, the more I am to do one. Because we've got Weetabix with marmalade. We've got lettuce and Marmite sandwiches. We've got cold baked beans in a salad. We've now got Mrs. Weymouth's spag bowl. So we've got 4 recipes for this cookbook. How many do I need to do for it to be value? And then I'll make them all. I'll write up the little recipes. I'll get the photography done. It's going to be beautiful. Chicken skin and chips. Yes, absolutely. So that's 5 recipes. I reckon if we can get to 20 recipes, I could actually make a cookbook. And then you can all buy it. I'll release it at Christmas. It can be a lovely little stocking filler for all the family. Me on the front in an apron with a chef's hat on, giving it thumbs. It's going to be a thing. It's more likely to be a thing than home is a real football club, I think. And this, with the state of the world as it is right now, that's more likely to be a thing that exists. Not sure a recipe for marmalade on Weetabix will fill a page. I think it will. I mean, that'll be a double page spread. One page will be the photo, then there'll be a little paragraph explaining it at the top, and then the recipe. So there'll be the ingredients and then the method. It's like 4 steps. Had chicken skin and chips today. It was so nice. With some, you ruined it by saying with some gravy, but it's good. Applying for a teaching job, Kev. Any advice? Just, I mean, it's not advice that will necessarily help you get the job, but it will make the job more manageable for you when the time comes. Don't be afraid to be, I would say make sure, it's different. I don't know how to phrase it. You need to make sure you maintain a work-life balance when it comes to teaching jobs. You need to establish early on if it's a school that's going to expect you to work 7 days a week and take loads of work home with you and all that, and just cut that nonsense out. You don't need that to be a good teacher. But it will limit the schools that will employ you, so I don't know if it's good advice or not. How can you ruin anything with gravy? It's the bee's knees. Gravy's just wet. I don't want wet stuff on my lovely crispy skins and chips. Do it like all those websites where you've got 1,000 words about why the recipe is important, how much the family loves it and all that garbage. I mean, let's face it, if you're buying a cookbook written by me, you're not buying it for the recipes, are you? Because you're not actually going to make any of the food. You're buying it for the hilarious anecdote explaining where it came from. Where would you buy chicken skins from? Can you buy it? Oh, this is why KFC need to work with me on this one. If I win, how many more showdowns do I have to win? How many more times do I have to wear a KFC hat before they'll work with me and start selling skins separately? Because obviously you get like a bargain bucket that has loads of chicken on the bone with the skins on. That's where I harvest my skins from currently. But they do the boneless box. They have all like chicken tenders and all that kind of stuff. Chicken fillet stuff. They've already taken the skins off of all them. Don't waste those skins. What are you doing with those skins? Don't just throw them in the gravy. Don't just feed them back to the chickens. But they probably don't do that. Don't do that. Sell them. I want skins and chips. Skins and chips. Skins and chips. Skins and chips. I mean, the recipe for that one is going to be brilliant. Go to KFC, buy some chicken, buy some chips, drive home. Once home, remove skin from chicken, discard the chicken. It's no longer needed for the recipe. Take chicken skin, about 3 chips, because you got to get the potato to skin ratio right. About 3 chips bunched together. Wrap the skin around it. Consume. My mouth's actually watering just describing it. Oh. Right, we're going to take everyone who's got 5-star potential. Actually, no, we're not, because we're not really doing potential. Wrong save. We're not going to sign any of this trash. We only want first team ready players. Pizza Hut have just released a KFC popcorn chicken pizza. What, a collab? Brilliant. Have I tried corned beef, branston pickle and prawn cocktail sandwich? I don't like putting pickle on corned beef. I find it weird. It's right up there with the weirdos who put pickle on pork pie. Just keep your pickle is there for cheese and nothing else. Keep pickle away from meat. It's a weird thing to put on meat. Would I recommend accompanying a beverage with each meal? I could. I mean, obviously, the thing to have with chicken skins and chips, you just have a Pepsi Max, or if you're so inclined, you can have a cherry Pepsi Max, which I know they do at KFC. I kind of hate to admit it too. I tried that last week and it was good, wasn't it? Is the skin and chips okay for vegetarians if you're chucking the chicken away? Yeah, exactly. Vegetarians can eat a bit of skin, surely. It's just the meat they don't eat. I'm fairly confident vegetarians can eat skin. What about cheese and pickle pork pies? Dirt. Absolute dirt. This is my first time predicting correctly. No pressure, Kev. Oh, God. Chicken skin. I put thighs, skin down in a cold skillet. Is that American for frying pan? Turn it on, render the fat out. Pour the fat into a jar for later. Roast the chicken skin side up until crispy. So good. And all that fat for potatoes. If there's one thing I like, it's a fat potato. That's for sure. I mean, that does sound pretty good. Don't give chicken skins to vegetarians unless you want to die. Vegetarians haven't got the oomph to kill me. What are they going to do? Hit me with a carrot? What maniac predicts unemployed for the first time against the only pro team in the league that's currently top of the league? Exactly. Bit of pickle with cheese on a burger. Dirty. Get your pickle away from meat. We'll have to put Kev's food rules in the cookbook as well. And keeping pickle away from meat is key. Hi Kev, how's the diet? It's going alright. Lost a couple of pounds again this week. It's yeah, it's going pretty well. Come on, boys. This is must win. A win here, and we are right back in this title race. Anything but a win, and we're basically handing them the title, which is nasty. Nasty business. Have you had cheese and onion crisps in a salad with corned beef? I haven't. I haven't. I do think the best sauce to have on chips is salad cream, though. Is that a weird thing, or have we got some salad cream fans in? Salad cream is the best sauce. I don't know why. When I was a lad, when I grew up, we had good old British salad cream on our salads. And then at some point in the 90s, the Americans invaded, and we had to start eating this slop called mayonnaise. I want my salad cream. I want to thump the desk, but I'll shake the cameras too much. I add salad cream to my tuna mayo sandwiches. It should be tuna salad cream sandwiches. It's my problem with mayonnaise. It's just unnecessary flavourless fat. What's the point of it? I never had mayonnaise until I was an adult. We didn't have it in my house. I didn't know that tuna and mayonnaise was a thing that people had, because my mum always used to put vinegar on our tuna in our tuna sandwiches. Just open the tin, cover it in vinegar, and then that would be the sandwich. No mayonnaise around these parts. TNS are winning, folks. But at least we're talking about salad cream, so that makes it a little bit better. Bring back salad cream. I find it unacceptable that I can go to somewhere like Burger King in the UK. I know it's an American chain, but I can go to Burger King in the UK. Bear in mind, if I go to Burger King in France, I could buy a croque monsieur. So they French it up over there. Well, why is it that you can't get salad cream at a British Burger King? British up my Burger King for me. I want salad cream, damn it. I don't want much. I just want salad cream from Burger King. More! Come on, we need 2 goals in these last 20 minutes. Oh, Wolfman's in! Wolfman! Wolfman! Because you're not eating salad. Well, then why are they giving me mayonnaise then? The only good mayonnaise is Belgian mayonnaise. I'm proper Belgian fries. Belgian mayonnaise actually tastes of food. The Belgians understand mayonnaise. Right, come on, boys. Have we got a winner in us? We must win this game. Do a football. We're officially not winning the league. Well, I mean, at least we're going to qualify for Europe. Looking at the top three, which we are a part of, there's a 10-point gap between us and Cardiff Met Uni. So we're going to be in Europe again, but I don't think we're winning the league. Right, we'll just finish the season off now. You never know, we might backdoor Kev it. We've got 6 games left. I mean, it's not impossible. 5 games left in the league, actually. We could still win the Welsh Cup, although we're playing them jokers again in the semi-final of that. TNS just ruined my life. Gonna leave Unemployed after this season. It depends if I can find a job. I'm not just going to resign with no job to go into. And so far in this save, we've not even been offered an interview. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can leave. Does the Welsh Cup link to the Europa League? I don't think so. I guess we could find out. Oh, it does. So this would actually be an upgrade over the Conference League through the league. That would be awesome. While I remember, folks, tomorrow night's stream won't start until 8. In fact, it's going to be 8 the next couple of nights, I think. Because tomorrow night's Pancake Day. So I'll be making pancakes. And then, in fact, it's going to be 8 o'clock for the rest of the week. Because Anna finishes at 5:30 tomorrow. So I'll need to start at 8. And then Thursday, I can't, yeah, it's going to be 8 o'clock for the next 3 nights. So 8 till 11 for the next 3 nights. And then we'll get back into proper routine after that. Probably be 7 o'clock again on Sunday. But the next 3 nights are going to be 8 p.m. starts. I think it's your badge. Yeah, it's definitely my coaching badges that are holding me back, but because Wayne's a turd and he knows it. I think looking back, the problem we've done is we've applied for other jobs before getting a coaching badge, and he now knows what I'm up to. What's my weirdest combo with pancakes? I've had ketchup on mine. Bearing in mind how weird you lot think my food choices are, I don't really go weird on pancakes. Sugar and lemon is probably my favourite. Maybe like some maple syrup. We haven't got any maple syrup this year because I'm not that bothered about syrup on them. And the girls aren't with us, and they're the ones who like the more fancy stuff. Anna's very much sugar and lemon. Sugar and lemon is weird enough. Sugar and lemon is what everyone has on pancakes. That's like the number one pancake thing, sugar and lemon. So yeah, I'll probably have mostly sugar and lemon. I did get some Nutella and some Biscoff spread if I decide to get a little bit exotic, but we'll probably just be doing sugar and lemon. Is this powdered sugar? As a Canadian, I'm confused. Yeah, just sugar, like you'd put in coffee.
Nick's 4,500 gift.
Yeah, lemon juice. Yeah, squeezed from real lemons as well. We don't do any of these bottles of lemon juice nonsense. We've bought a bag of lemons and we'll just squeeze the juice out of them. Fresh lemon juice, much better. And remember, these are British pancakes, more like crepes than what you North American rascals would consider a pancake. None of this thick, soft nonsense. Nice, thin pancakes. Almost crisp. Yeah, sugar and lemon is the king of pancakes. My uncle would have pancakes with Marmite. That seems reasonable. I mean, they're like Yorkshire puddings. You can go sweet or savoury. We're losing again, everybody. Ay, ay, ay. I'm thrashing the arms. I can't thrash the arms. I'll point the finger. Nutella or ham and cheese. I mean, Nutella would be my standard. If I'm bored of sugar and lemon, I would always go Nutella. So that's why I got some Nutella. But I was on the Pancake page of the Tesco website. Yes, there is a Pancake page. And it mentioned Biscoff spread. I'd never had it before. Or I have never had it before. But I really like the biscuits. And I know they're vegan. So I thought that might be quite a nice vegan option to have on my pancake, which is made of milk and eggs. So not exactly the most, a vegan topping option on an absolutely not vegan foodstuff. But I really like the biscuits. I didn't know they did a spread, so I'm interested to try the spread. Sweet Yorkshire puddings. No, just no. I mean, sweet Yorkshire puddings is completely normal. Yorkshire puddings and pancakes are the same thing. They're just cooked differently. It's the same ingredients. Just back from watching today's Arsenal video and actually barely laughed at you trying to figure out how to stop him being unhappy about the coaching. I mean, these boys are morons in that Arsenal side. It doesn't matter. It's not okay. I mean, lots of people have sweet Yorkshire puddings. That is not an unusual thing. That's not a weird Kev thing. I won't have that. Yorkshire pudding is served with every course. Just Yorkshire pudding and gravy as a starter. Have it with your roast dinner as your main. And then have it with jam or something as your dessert. Yorkshire pudding with every course. That's the correct way to consume Yorkshire pudding. Surprised Kev isn't going for pancakes with cold beans. Well, it's not a salad, is it? You lot are mad. Since when was a pancake a salad? You people have lost your actual minds. Wolfman's coming on again. I mean, we've thrown this season away. Yorkshire pudding is just bread. It's not bread. It's pancakes. I went 5 seasons with my touch save with no unhappy players. I mean, touch is a little bit different. It's much easier to manage morale in touch. Cold Yorkshire puddings with strawberry jam is pretty decent, definitely. Well, that defeat wasn't supposed to happen because remember that 10-point gap I was talking about? When I was talking about how we were definitely going to qualify for Europe. It's now a much smaller gap. We are not good at this Champions group. We bottled it at this stage of the season last year and we're bottling it again now. We're in good form and then we hit this and we just start bottling and I don't understand. We did exactly the same thing last year. Good form, good form, good form. Champions group. It's like there's some kind of mental block. They don't feel like they should be here and they just give up. It's annoying. Yorkshire puddings with jam and cream was amazing as a kid. Yes. How far ahead am I on recording Non Need to Legend? At the moment, only a day ahead. Because I've just been taking it easy a little bit at the moment. The main reason I've not got too far ahead is because I knew the home shirts were coming. So I wanted to make sure I could get that in timely enough. So I've got tomorrow's recorded for both series, but not the next day. But I'll motor ahead now for the rest of the week. Anna's on nights next week, I think. Is it next week Anna's on nights? I think it's next week she's on nights, so there won't be streams next week. Or at least not evening streams, so I'll really push ahead with the videos. Although there might be the odd daytime stream or the odd stream here and there. The stream schedule goes out of the window next week. Why don't spies just work days like normal people? I know, it's really... I mean, I think we just got to blame it on, like, the criminals. They're so inconsiderate. They don't keep normal business hours. There's not much you can do, really. One thing my grandparents do is make homemade plain tortilla chips and we would dip them in Nutella. That sounds pretty cool. It is Youth Intake Day. We've just very quickly brushed over the fact that Youth Intake is coming because it was trash. Reminder, if you've got a name in a game player that you've cashed in and you want one adding for this season, we're not going to do it in the video because it's boring. Just let one of the mods know what kind of player do you want. Do you want the best one in our youth setup? Do you want the best one in your national teams or A national teams under 18s? Do you want the best one at your club? Do you want the best one in a certain position of a certain nationality? Just let them know what you want and I'll go through and add them all in off stream and you can meet them the next time you're on. Oh, Bandera wants to be a star player. Well, you shouldn't have got a hernia, Mauro. You shouldn't have been lifting that piano. I hope you worked out it was Aya the squad was agreeing with and not Pedri. Maybe. I don't really remember. I've been trying to get rid of Aya for ages. Even though, as someone pointed out in the comments today, I actually quite liked him last year in the midfield. I thought he was quite good. But then he got injured. So because he was old and injured, he became dead to me. And now I just want rid of him. And that's disrupting the dressing room. It's problematic. Someone tell the criminals to stop doing their antisocial behaviour during unsociable times. Exactly. I mean, quite apart from anything else, they're supposed to be staying at home to protect the NHS at the moment. Ignorant turds. I had Salah, sold him, brought him back, and now let him leave for free at 35. I mean, I would have let him go at 28. 28's a bit old. Release on a free transfer. Get that old man out of here. I am having pancakes tomorrow night, Fleming. I'm going to eat all the pancakes. Love a pancake. Pancake Day is probably the best of all of the days. It's certainly up there with Christmas Day. But it's much better than Easter. Much better than my birthday. Pancake Day is just like real top tier, perfect day. Love a pancake. Okay, if you need to release a Captain Cartwheel t-shirt for Oliver Wright, I might do. If someone could do me a Captain Cartwheel logo in a sort of knockoff Captain Marvel style, but obviously without infringing any copyrights, that would be amazing. I'm wary of releasing too much merch at the same time, though. While the home shirts are on sale, I probably shouldn't flood the market. I was under the impression you can't say anything about Anna's work. Yeah, she's not actually a spy. This is all entirely made up. I'm playing. She is, I can confirm, she's not a spy. Needs to look like a Captain Marvel, Captain America poster, but mid cartwheels are upside down. That's brilliant. That's exactly what the husband of a spy would say. I mean, as far as I'm aware, she also doesn't have a husband. If she does, I hope he doesn't find out that she lives with me. Pancake Day is great, but it's inflated by terrible holidays like Halloween and Easter Sunday. Halloween I don't even count. I forget Halloween exists most years. You mean having a spy in the house and then talking about it all the time in online streams is bad, apparently? I mean, I wouldn't know because she's not a spy, so I haven't actually read the significant other of a spy handbook, which I assume exists. So I don't actually know what the rules are. Perhaps what I do is encouraged. Maybe she's such a good spy you don't realise. Maybe. What if she is a spy but she hasn't told Kev and he's accidentally hiding the cover story? I mean, that would be the perfect hiding in plain sight scenario where I don't know she's a spy, so I pretend she's a spy, and then you all think it's a joke because I think it's a joke, and it turns out she is a spy but none of us realise. That would be the perfect cover for it. I'm kind of bringing myself back round to... I'm kind of convinced she might be a spy. But who knows? Maybe Kev is the spy. I don't have time to be a spy. Oh, that's a lovely throw. Oh. Home is finally working. Awesome. That's got to be offside. Surely that's got to be offside. Oh, God. Oh, God. Barry from EastEnders. What have you done to me? Maybe Little Clates, Little Jack, Little Zealand is the spy. A group of spies hanging out in my office. Stealing all my content ideas. Might be the idea to drop a division if the right job comes along in Ireland. I don't think we're going to get offered one. We'll have a look. Because there's always... If we qualify for Europe again, we got such a big boost, such a big reputation boost this season for qualifying for Europe. If we consistently qualify for Europe, we are eventually going to be big enough where I'll get a decent job somewhere else. So I don't know. It's difficult working out what the best thing to do is. Hopefully you can get yourself a new job. Wales seems to be becoming a career black hole aided and abetted by TNS. Yeah, but it'll be pretty satisfying to topple TNS. That's what I'm thinking. If we eventually stumble across the right team to beat TNS, it'll be great when it happens. Whereas just sort of chickening out and heading off to Ireland or Northern Ireland now feels like there's forever going to be some unfinished business. And let's face it, we're never going to come back and finish the job. So if it means one more season now, maybe we do one more season here now and really go for it and try and bring down TNS. I'm doing the same style save and I'm struggling to get another job. I've won the league 3 years running, but other jobs willing to have me are much worse. Yikes. Debating turning it into a build a nation save instead. I mean, that's always there as an option. We might end up doing that. Have I ventured into Scotland this year yet? No, we will in this save at some point, probably, but haven't yet. The idea of this save is that we'll work our way around all of the UK and Ireland leagues eventually. Oh, that was some beautiful curl on that. Oh. So close. I moved to the Scottish Third League to get my coaching badges. Worked out for me. That seems like a big step down, though, going all the way down there. And plus, I feel like once I'm in Scotland, I'm never going to head to Ireland or Northern Ireland, am I? I kind of feel like Scotland has to be the last stop on the way to England. Because once you've worked your way up to the Scottish Premiership, the only way up from there is England. I'm not heading to Ireland or Northern Ireland. So to make sure I cover them on the journey, we kind of have to head to Scotland via them. We have to do them on the way. Unless we do a small Scottish team, get maybe one promotion and then jump out of Scottish League 2 into the Northern Irish Premier League or something and go some kind of weird back in and out route. But I don't know if we would once we were there. We really do need to win a football match again. That would be a real treat if we could find a way to do that. Ugh. Wales, Northern Ireland, Ireland, Scotland, England is the route up. That's if you go based on the reputations of the league. That's so Wales is the lowest reputation, then Northern Ireland. Yeah, it goes in that order. But the Northern Irish clubs don't seem at all interested in me, even though we're consistently overperforming in Wales. So although that route seems to make sense on paper, maybe it's not actually going to work in practice and we'll have to figure out another way to do it. We'll see. Oh, God. Barry, back off. Come on, boys. Do a football. We're going to have to wheel out the Kettering tactic next season at this rate. Although we've got two such good strikers. It's the same problem that I've got in home. I've got two very good strikers, so don't... Well, thanks, Martel, making that a little bit easier for me. Two very good strikers, so don't really want to do a one-striker system. Ooh. Wow. That was close. The annoying thing is, looking at that league as well, we haven't won a game for ages, and we're still only 4 points off the top of the league, I think. Is my did I read that right? We're not miles behind everybody else. If we'd have just not been pathetic, we'd be top of the league comfortably. Ugh! Northern Irish First Division didn't consider me till I got the Continental B badge. So we need to keep generating money and convince Wayne to send me on a coaching course, I think. When do I think the FM21 winter update will be? It's usually early March, so I would hazard a guess at early March. This is the really frustrating thing. We could still win the league. But our form... Ugh. We haven't won in 5 league games. We've played 7 league games since the switch to the Champions Group and Loser Group, and we've won only 1 of those 7 games. If we'd have won 2 or 3 more, we'd be top of the league. Yeah, although we've got 2 games against TNS, but one of them's a Welsh Cup semi-final. So we've only actually got 1 game against them in the league, and they have that game in hand over us as well. So we do need them to drop points against other teams. We're away against TNS on the last day of the season in the league. So if they can drop some points somewhere else, which they're not doing because they just won that game. Where is it? So they're now 7 points ahead. We need other teams to beat them that aren't Barry. It seems pretty unlikely that we're going to win the league. Top 3 and winning the Welsh Cup would be fine. But again, we've got to get past TNS just to make it through to that final. Ever watch a football game outside of England? What, in person? No. I forgot Marcus Day still existed. Let's say Marcus Day off the mark. He's finally scored a goal for them. Yikes. He's had a lovely season then, hasn't he? Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Come on, let's win the Welsh Cup. Hopefully TNS have had enough. Do, do, do. Come on, let's all sing along with our do-do-dos. Do-do-do. Lovely bit of do-do-doing. Who's the TNS manager? Some swine who keeps beating me. Brian Stock. Formerly of Weymouth. Have 11,900 points on me. That is such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. Do if you want to go faster. Absolutely. Come on. What is the nickname of this club? I've been here 4 years. I need to be able to cheer them on properly. That's perhaps where we're going wrong. What are they called? What's the nickname? Come on. That's ridiculous. Come on, the Reds. Get a better nickname. Apparently he should be playing at our level. The problem is he's not registered, so he's not going to. I probably shouldn't have done that. I would love to keep these low knees at the club, but I don't think we're going to be able to. We can try. Was that extends it to... I think that extends it to where we want to extend it to. The loan will end, yeah. So that would extend for another year. So let's try and do that. Wolfman. Come on, Wolfman. I mean, I don't know that we bother bringing Wolfman back. Andy Reid. We definitely want Andy Reid, the little fat fella from Forest. We want him back. For free. Beautiful. Let's just tickle these little rascals. Come here, you little rascals, and have a little tickle. This is my job. Are these... So he's actually out on loan. Are these all out on loan? They are. So we don't need to worry about transfer listing when they're already gone. Andy Reid is also a little fat NFL coach in Kansas City. Probably just goes with the name. Perhaps you have to be little and fat if you're called Andy Reid. He's 5'10" and 11 stone. That doesn't sound fat, but it's pretty little. I've just been alerted there might be a problem upstairs with Andy, so I'm just finding it. We might have an abrupt end to the stream in a minute. Let me just check. I'll find out what's going on. I'm just finding out what's happening. She's giving me no information. She needs me. Right, we'll be right back. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, assume I'm not coming back. I just need to see what's going on upstairs. I'll be back shortly. I'm back. Don't panic. I'm back. I'm back. Hello. I'm back. Right. His iPad just spectacularly turned off. Spectacular is probably the wrong word. Spontaneously turned off. It just turned off while he was using it. And it's a two-man job to have one person keep him calm while the other person works out what's happened with the iPad. So she didn't have enough hands. So it's all dealt with now. It just needed the whole, you know, when you hold all the buttons down and it turns itself back on again. It seems fine. If it's actually broken and goes off again, then I'll have to go up there and properly deal with it. But haven't had another message from her. So I think we're probably okay. It just needed a little bit of a restart. So we are good. Heavy breathing Kev is back. That's because I've just run up and down the stairs like 3 times. Let's move the microphone a little bit further away. I had to run up there and find out what was going on. Then I headed back down again to grab his medicine because he now has risperidone, I think it's called, that he takes when he's highly stressed. Nick, did I thank you for doing a gifted sub? I've just noticed you've done a gifted sub. It was 27 minutes ago, so I think I thanked you for it. Fitness. Yeah, I mean, this is the joy of being in a 3-story house, being up and down the house, up and down the stairs. I certainly get less out of breath now than I did when we first moved in. You never acknowledge my gifted sub. I don't know how I didn't notice it, Nick, but thank you very much for the gifted sub. It is appreciated. I just, perhaps the notifications are too quiet. I don't know. Thank you. Right, this is the Welsh Cup semi-final against TNS. It's kind of make or break for our season. They're probably going to win the league, but we would quite like to win this. And let's face it, if we beat TNS, we've got a very good chance of going on and winning the cup itself. When we got to the final 2 years ago, it was TNS who beat us in the final. I think it was TNS who knocked us out last year as well, but earlier than the semi-final. I think we played them quite early on. So this is the 3rd year in a row TNS could end our Welsh Cup hopes. But we are capable of beating them on our day. We have beaten them before. It's just they're obviously the professionals. The fancy old professionals. Oh, look at that from Doyle Hayes. He's up for it. Oh, God. He's given the ball away. Oh, God. Oh. It might have been Barry who beat us in the final, actually. I could just be completely lying to you. But I thought it was TNS, but I think you're actually right. I know that feeling. My 8-year-old daughter has autism and has to have her iPad on constantly, and when it turns off, it takes me and my wife to calm her down. She only sleeps 3 to 4 hours a night. Yeah, that all sounds pretty similar, pretty familiar. Didn't Barry... I think it was Barry. Right, 0-0 at half-time. Got to take the pressure off. Let's see if we can somehow nick a goal in this second half and book ourselves a spot at the final at whatever Welsh Wembley is. We're off to Welsh Wembley. Welsh Wembley. Welsh Wembley. I imagine that's what it's called. Barry beat us, but we blamed Clates. It was Clates' fault. It was on a penalty shootout, wasn't it? It's all coming back to me now. I'm trying to remove that memory from my system because it was so traumatic and it was all Clates' fault. Big ball over the top looking for... Couldn't quite find him though. I imagine the final is at the Millennium Stadium, aka Welsh Wembley. Oh, that was a bit of a tasty pass back there. I know this isn't an Andy stream, but what was the alternative before iPads and tablets? It didn't matter because they didn't have them, so they didn't miss them. What a goal from Robbie. Ugh! People ask stuff like that all the time. He's so reliant on his iPad. What would he have done if he was born 20 years earlier and iPads didn't exist? Well, he wouldn't have known iPads were a thing, so he wouldn't have used one, so he wouldn't have missed it when it wasn't there. It's as simple as that, really. That is a lovely finish. I mean, the more depressing answer is he probably would have been in some kind of residential home. Or if he'd have been born 40 years ago, probably some kind of asylum, because kids like him just got locked up, chucked away, you know. Not to put a downer on things when we're in a semi-final. Right, 1-0, 20 minutes to go. Wolfman's coming on the right wing, and we're going to bring the Colonel on in midfield. Is there a way on FM to get a club to move leagues from Wales to England, a la Cardiff and Swansea? I mean, you can play around in the editor and do that, but the editor is a fickle mistress at the moment, so I wouldn't spend too much time toying around in the editor because it is a nightmare. If you've been watching the Home series, you'll know just how all over the place, from some quite basic database changes, the Home database is messed up in all kinds of different ways. Didn't mean it like that. I just literally meant, what did they have that the iPads replaced? I don't think there was something specific that iPads replaced. It's just iPads in general seem to particularly resonate with autistic people, and that is as good as the goal scored. And that's it. We had our little chance, and that was it. They gave us our little taste, a little bit of hope. Football Manager, look at us, pathetic, celebrating getting to extra time. That is pathetic. Football Manager loves to give you a little bit of hope, then take it away. He yeets is the throw. That's not using it right again, Kev. Oh, he's got to be offside there, surely. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anyway. Come on, boys. Someone said encourage earlier, so we'll try encouraging. Can we make an extra substitution? I know I always check and it's always no, but I'll keep checking, and one day I'll be allowed to sneak an extra player on. Just like I did in the Year 6 Inter-House football tournament. And we had 14 players on for the second half of the final, and for some reason won. Which I was very proud as captain of Hanover House in my primary school. Oh! That ball hit the corner flag and stayed in. That's brilliant. I watched too much Kev. I nearly asked why Oliver Wright wasn't in goal. I mean, he is the right goalkeeper. Captain Cartwheel, you would expect him to be there. Come on, boys. Let's fire up. Come on. Oh, Clates is about to show up, I'm afraid. Penalties are happening. Gethin is picking the penalty takers. Pump those fists. I don't expect us to win it at all. Relax, pick a spot, don't change your mind. I like that. That's good, solid team talk. Come on. Come on. Oh, they've missed one. What a way to start. Stepping up to put us ahead. What an awful penalty that was. Well, 0-0. It's going to be one of those shootouts then, I guess. Oh, was that a post or a save? Either way. Oh. My word. One 0. Oh. Come on, Langley. 1-1. FM giving you hope before TNS knock you out. We know the script. It's Colonel Sanders, the libero, to take the third penalty. Yes! God, I knew it was a libero. 2-1. Come on. Oh, blimey, that was a run-up. He absolutely ruined that. He's at the post. He ran up from the halfway line. He never even stopped to adjust the ball or anything. He was trying to catch the goalkeeper out, the Wally. Mike, thank you very much for the sub. 12 months is that? No, 17 months. 12-month streak. God, does that mean I've been back on Twitch for a year now? He's on a 12-month streak. Oh, it's another save. It's 2-1. TNS have to score to stay in the tie. Oh, have I actually used Sanders as libero? No. Do I look Spanish to you? Libero, my eye. Come on, we'll have one more miss here. Come on, Welsh Cup final on the line. He makes the save. Oh, that is an awful penalty shootout. But the important thing is we have toppled TNS and we are heading to the Welsh Cup final. Who are we playing in it? I don't even know who we're going to be playing. The important thing is it won't be TNS. Worst shootout ever on FM. I think it probably was. Dimitri, thank you for the gifted sub.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Bruce 17.
So the other semi-final is Kethin Druids against Cardiff Met Uni. So a team who are 11th against a team of amateurs. Surely we're heading to the Europa League. Plus, we now have a psychological edge over TNS. Hopefully that will ruin the rest of their season. They'll now lose 3 games. We're unbeatable, apparently, in the Welsh Cup. Because we keep going to penalty shootouts, I guess. The Welsh Cup is the Europa League. It's the 2 league spots that are the Conference League. Yeah, winning the Welsh Cup is the Europa League. We checked earlier in the stream. Ho, 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 ho. How have Aberystwyth done in this save? I've not come across them, so I suggest they're probably stuck down at whatever level they started at, somewhere in Tier 2. Presumably in the Tier 2 North section, because we came up through the South, and we've not seen Aberystwyth. Right, read... Well, Langley's coming back. What a turd. What is it with players not wanting to come back on loan? Dun, 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 dun. We'll try again at the end of the season. He might lose the nickname. But they had to learn from the boys from last summer. If you refuse to come back on loan, you get a permanent nickname, which stays with you until you return to the club. They are the rules of the save. I love the way it perfectly fit in the character allowance as well. That's it's like they wanted me to call him that. I think you have to keep the nickname either way. Maybe. I like to think I could have scored 3 or more penalties and matched that shootout. I mean, it depends on the pressure of the thing, doesn't it? Anyone can hit a penalty if they're in their garden and no one's watching. It's when you're in front of nearly 30 people at a big semi-final like that one. It's the Conference League, whatever. It's not. It's the Europa League if we win the cup. Do I have to prove it to you all? You rascals. Because we already looked at this earlier. Oh, hold on. It is the Conference League. I'm sure I checked that earlier in the stream. Oh, you turds. Mods, time them all out. Time them all out. Deal with them, mods. I'm not standing for this. They all get a timeout. Time out the entire chat. I don't want to hear it. You did check and still got it wrong. That's how I do. Right. We're playing against Bangor, probably. I don't know. We could be playing against anyone. Oh, that's appropriate. Ban. I'm going to ban you all. If you qualify twice, though, surely that gets you in. I'd like to think so. Why? Right. I mean, I guess it's because it's a stupid league. Why is there 1 Champions League spot, 3 Conference League spots, and no Europa League spot? That seems silly. Right, come on, boys. Let's go win the league now. TNS are on the ropes. We've got them shooken. Oh, God. What has happened here? Because Europa is for the mid-tier leagues. Okay. Every league needs at least one way into the Champions League, I guess. And you can still drop into the Europa League from it. What, from the Champions League? Yeah. It's because how all the teams drop into a lower competition, so less spaces. Just seems unnecessary to give a league like this 3 spots in the Conference League, though. Well, I guess that's not what they're getting. They're getting early, preliminary, pre-qualifying qualifiers. So they don't actually ever get a team in the Conference League. Ugh, just scored a goal. Lovely. But what's going on at TNS? Doesn't look like they're playing right now. I thought that noise was OBS disconnecting again. That's a noise it makes when OBS disconnects. That panics me every time it happens. It's actually my Amazon order is on the way, but it could be good or it could be bad. My Amazon order is not even that interesting. It's a pack of envelopes because of the jet-setting superstar lifestyle I lead. I've got to send a direct debit mandate to the post office, so I need an envelope. So I've ordered envelopes off of Amazon. I mean, they try and tell you being a YouTuber is not cool, but tell me which part of that didn't sound cool. We did a football. How do I like Wales? What, the creatures or the country? Partway forgot the stamps. I mean, it's 2021. Only losers need actual stamps now. I'll just print a postage label off and stick it on. Licky or sticky envelopes. You know what? I didn't even check. I just ordered the cheapest Amazon envelopes. I bought stamps last week, so yep, only losers. I still buy a couple of weeks of stamps every time I go out, so I'll never run out. I mean, that doesn't surprise anybody here. Creatures, do you think we live in caves or something? I mean, I assume so. Every time is a very reasonable response. Every time you leave the house, 3 books of stamps, please. Need to add them to the pile. Better than sleeping outdoors. I mean, I don't know. Camping's fun. I like camping. Like some kind of stamp dragon. Stamp, that would be a good name for a band. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now. That's not how you introduce a band. On stage. How do you introduce a band? I'm so old. The Stamp Dragons. What? What am I doing? I've got a microphone right here. What is this? The Stamp Dragons. Come on, Martel. Put it beyond doubt. You. Bum, bum, bum. We are up to second in the league, only 4 points behind. They're named after the noise that drums make. I mean, if you've never heard a drum, it's exactly what they sound like. We could still win the league. Can you imagine the story, the turnaround? It'll be the backdoor Keviest of backdoor Kevs. What a long throw. Gal back. Thank you very much for the sub. Kev making a microphone with his hand while sitting in front of a microphone is why we're all here. Yeah, I worry that might be true. And now we're not going to win the league. Ridiculous. I qualified for Champions League group stage on my Northern Ireland save. Got PSG, Liverpool and Sevilla. Nice. I mean, it was all going so well, and then the football happened. Well, more, please. Someone do a football. We'd love to at least be still in the conversation when we play TNS. We're not going to be, are we? Ah! Well, it's all about the cup. All we ever wanted was the cup. It's cup season. Winning the league is for losers. Cave-dwelling losers. because that's an insult now. You cave dwellers. 2 games left. One of them is against... And they'll have won the league. Or at least made it so we can't win the league before we play them. Oh. Ah. Cirque. Thank you very much for the sub. We all know Kev loves a cup. We've seen the desk. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4... like 4.5 cups on my desk at the moment. I think that's all right. Morale is low. Why? It's not that low. Come on, Gethin. You should have a handle on this. I'm not here to tickle these rascals. Oh, that one. Hey! Look at him. They're all... Alex Fletcher's agreeable. That's what that was all about. TNS versus Barry. Either way, I lose. Oh, goody. Oh, goody, goody gumdrops. Any news on the chair? There is no chair news currently. No, I'm afraid. The important thing is we're finishing top 3. Oh, good. TNS are champions. So now we will go and beat them, and it just won't matter a jot. But first, for the 5th time this evening, we have to play Connor's Key. I've gone off them. I'm not checking job offers till the end of the season. We're going to win this cup first. That'll get me a bit of reputation boost. TNS are very annoying. Can't we send them to England? Stick them in the conference or something? How many times do they have to win this before they qualify for the conference and get out of here? Bum, 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 bum. Bet on how many players get injured. Yeah. That's the thing now. We're going to lose 2 or 3 key players for the cup final, aren't we? Oh, can't we just stick them on a boat and send them to England? Get off our land. Grumpy now. When I watched the Last of Us TV show, I don't know. It was such a perfect game. I tried watching the Witcher TV show and it was turd. So I imagine the Last of Us TV show will be turd as well, but I'll give it a try. TNS are already in England, so that's 1 down. Get them out of here then. Disqualify them. They're cheating. We probably don't want to pursue that too much. They'll just swap them for Cardiff and Swansea. That'll make things even worse. Well, I'd let you know the winners of the Irish Premier Division only get 110,000 in prize money. Well, that's considerably more than the winners of the Welsh Premier League get. The Witcher show was pretty good. I watched the first half of the first episode. Couldn't understand why Superman had long hair and stopped watching. Am I staying at TNS or moving soon? I'd love to manage TNS. I'm at Llanelli. We're going to move as soon as we can, as soon as someone will have us. You watched half an episode. How can you judge it? Well, it's quite simple, Mike. Let me talk you through the process. I watched the first half of the episode and was so bored by it, I didn't want to watch the second half. So I stopped watching it. I think that's a pretty comprehensive judgment right there. It wasn't even interesting enough for me to remain motionless on my chair and continue doing what I was already doing. It was that boring. Superman was stuck in lockdown and couldn't get his hair cut. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Look, we're back up to second. Hooray! Mexican wave. Woo! Woo! Ah. Bum, 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 bum. Mexican wave. Do I look Spanish to you? I can be Mexican and not Spanish. Oh, no. We've said Spanish one too many times, and now I want to order tapas from the tapas delivery place down the road. But I can't because it's nearly 10 o'clock and I don't eat now. Yes, you look Spanish. No, I don't. Do I look Spanish to you indeed? Tapas delivery place, very posh. It's pretty good as well. Vegan tapas as well. If it wasn't already hipstery enough to have tapas delivery, I can get vegan tapas delivery. Is it Turkish tapas? Do I look Spanish to you? It doesn't specify a flavour of tapas, it's just tapas. But they do paella. Paella. So it must be Spanish, surely. Short ordering a hit on every TNS player. What do you think you need to win this league? Money. Money, 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 money. Paella is not tapas. Yeah, but they do tapas and they do. It's not an exclusively tapas place. It's a place that does tapas and other Spanish stuff. Tapas is just like nuts and crisps, but in Spanish, isn't it? Just like the stuff you have in a little bowl. Just a fancy Spanish buffet. It's like pork pie and cheese and pineapple on a stick, but in Spanish. That's what tapas is. I'm proper cultural, me. Other Spanish stuff. Like weird sausage. That's what Spain's famous for, isn't it? Weird sausages. Do I like churros? I do like churros. You don't get to the size I am without liking churros, I think. Oh, beautiful. Pork pie with pineapple. Pork pie with pickle plus pineapple on a stick. You don't have pickle in a buffet. Tapas is Spanish nuts. It basically is, isn't it? Bar snacks in Spanish. Churros with Biscoff. Now you're making me want to save this jar of Biscoff stuff that I've ordered. Or more than ordered, it's in my cupboard. It's in my marmalade cupboard now. But save it for some churros rather than wasting it on pancakes tomorrow. When I know pancakes is all about sugar and lemon. With the one Nutella pancake I have to break up the sugariness. Ah, these are getting too sweet. Time for some Nutella. And then I'm back to the sugar and lemon for the rest of the evening. Pancakes, 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 I'm not losing weight this week. I've already decided because it's pancake day. So that means I'm going to eat all of the food. All of the pancakes. I have 38 pancakes tomorrow. Maple syrup's the only real pancake topping. That sounds like you're having weird, fat American pancakes rather than proper pancakes. Don't need maple. I mean, I don't mind maple syrup. It's fine. Sugar and lemon is the correct thing on pancakes. Is Pancake Day a weekly, monthly, or yearly holiday? It's yearly. Pancakes with blue cheese and walnuts. And I'm weird for liking cold beans with my salad. Pancakes are the American ones for me. In Austria, the thin ones are called Aletschinken. I mean, it's not what you have on Pancake Day. Pancake Day, you have the thin ones. Basically crepes, but smaller. Because we don't have fancy crepe cooking devices. However, wrapping your chips with chicken skins is delicious. Yeah. It's better than putting blue cheese on a pancake. I haven't touched blue cheese since I went to Disneyland like 2 years ago now. and I had a blue cheeseburger at the American diner place that I can't remember the name of. And rather than it just being a little bit of blue cheese on the burger like you'd normally have when you order a blue cheeseburger, it was absolutely drenched in the stuff. The chips were all covered in blue cheese. It was just blue cheese everywhere. It's the first and only time in my life I've ever not finished a burger because it just tasted like blue cheese. Too much of it. Is IHOP a thing in the UK? Not as far as I know. I do look every time I go down to London. Is it here yet? But I've not noticed it appearing. Blue cheese is fine. I don't really eat much cheese these days. Pancake Day really crept up on us this year. I mean, that's top tier dad humour. All the dads watching are like, just a slow nod with a little bit of a smile, just to wish I'd have done that one. Wish I'd have got there first. Right, let's beat TNS again. Let's put a marker down for next season. I know they've got nothing to play for here, but we have pride to play for. We've got to send them a message. I'm from Northern Ireland, and when I went to NYC a few years ago, I went to IHOP a few times and loved it. The closest I've ever got to anything like that, which is, I imagine, absolutely nowhere near, when we went to Centre Parks, there was a pancake house breakfast place a little bit up from where our little house was that we were staying in. So we went and had pancakes for breakfast there, and that was good. That was American-style pancakes. Big, fat, chunky pancakes with bacon and maple syrup and eggs and things, and weirdly butter. What's the thing? I mean, why would you put butter on a pancake? I mean, I love butter probably more than most people, but I don't feel the need to put butter on something that's already fried in butter. Or are American pancakes not fried in butter the way proper pancakes are? It's all very confusing. There isn't anything that butter doesn't improve. Lemonade. Melt some butter into a glass of lemonade and tell me that that improved your drink. Butter in a glass of water. Yeah, exactly. Butter in a gunshot wound. Does it improve that? I think there's a few things butter doesn't improve. I stand by my statement. I'm off to get the lemonade. Nice. Don't experiment with the second one I suggested. Butter does not improve high blood pressure. That's a very good point as well. We've got a Denny's here in Swansea, and you can choose 35 different waffles and pancakes. I mean, this might... I don't know. Will this upset the Americans who are in? Belgian waffles, infinitely better than your American pancakes. Whenever I'm in Belgium, I make a point of having proper Belgian waffles for breakfast. That's eating right there. Belgian waffles are probably the most delicious of all the breakfast foods. Why am I gone double box-to-box midfielder there? That's not what I intended. Kev accepts no responsibility for testing if butter improves gunshot wound. Exactly. Waffles are better than pancakes. You have little holders for the syrup built right in. Exactly. Butter doesn't improve bacon. However, bacon makes butter better. Butter better. You need to come eat at the non-chain American restaurants. That's the best food in America. Yeah, but it's not going to be as good as proper Belgian waffles. And I live near Belgium. I don't live near America. So I'm much more likely to be able to have more Belgian waffles long before I can have my first American small place pancake. Hey, we've qualified for Europe. And now we've just got to play the Welsh Cup final. Also less likely to get shot in Belgium, probably. So more difficult to test the butter thing. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have butter on my Belgian waffle. Last time I went, which I think was in a vlog actually, I don't know if I took my camera in. I think I was so excited that I went into the waffle place without the camera and then just showed myself eating the waffle on camera. But I mean, this is something that won't exist for years after COVID. You go in there and get your waffle and then you move on to the next section, which is just this huge array of things to put on your waffle. It's amazing. But I imagine self-serve waffle toppings is a thing of the past for a good few years yet. Very sad. Want things on my waffles. I want a waffle. I want to go to Belgium. I want to go to Belgium now. Right. But before Belgium, let's beat the Keffin Druids. Like a pick and mix counter. Yeah, absolutely. Hate self-serve. It's disgusting. And go somewhere else then, Mike. The rest of us love it. Self-serve is brilliant. Because you don't have to have the weird combinations that normal humans want. You can have stuff done Kev's way. Like hotel buffet breakfasts. That is, you know, just a big pile of bacon. And a big pile of... I would just have quarter the plate bacon, quarter mushrooms, quarter eggs, quarter hash browns. Get beans off my breakfast, you weirdos. Beans are a salad food. I don't want hot salad on my breakfast. Just give me all the mushrooms. I hadn't had chicken and waffles until I found it at a bar about 5 miles down the road 2 years ago. It was brilliant. There's a few diner places in London where you can get chicken and waffles. It's all right. I'm not really a fan of the whole sweet stuff with savoury food thing. I know I mentioned having bacon on pancakes before, but that's bacon. That's a bit of an exception. Chicken and waffles, I'd rather have the two of them separately. I'd rather have chicken with chips and then have a waffle for my dessert, for example. Right. Let's go win. Oh, Mauro Bandera's furious, but then he's got a hernia, so who cares? I don't really have black pudding very much. It's a bit hit and miss and Premier in breakfasts. Fried chicken with honey is fantastic. See, I'd rather just enjoy the chicken. Just give me the skins and some chips, damn it. Get your honey off there. Right. This is our chance to win the Welsh Cup. It's our second final in 3 seasons. Come on, boys. Let's go do a win. The Five Guys PB and bacon milkshake is a delight. I've only had that once and I felt so sick afterwards. I made the mistake of having like a normal meal at Five Guys and getting the peanut butter and bacon milkshake as well. And then walking around, I think we were in Birmingham, walking around Birmingham, going from comic shop to comic shop, sipping on a bacon milkshake. I felt so rough. I genuinely think I had a hangover the next day just from too much bacon and sugar. This is the last match of the stream. Breakfast here is strange. We don't eat strange things for breakfast. Egg, bacon, sausages, hash browns. That's a bit of an American thing that's come over. Fried bread, probably more than hash browns. Mushrooms, toast. It's just normal, good old English breakfast foods. McDonald's chips dipped in a vanilla milkshake. I've seen people do that. Don't approve. Five Guys has been in the UK for years. Probably at least 10 years. Come on, let's have a goal. More recently, Shake Shack has arrived as well, and Shake Shack, dare I, as a very much a Five Guys guy, dare I say it, Shake Shack might be even better. Shake Shack is probably the best chain burger place I've been to. Shake Shack is worse. I completely disagree. Weirdly, the first time I went to Shake Shack in London, they didn't have any milk, so I couldn't have a shake. Imagine going to a place called Shake Shack and them saying, "Yeah, we've run out of milk." Yeah, Tim Hortons is. I was seeing if my Tim Hortons mug was on my desk. I mean, if we've got any Canadians in, cover your ears. I went to Tim Hortons for breakfast in Manchester last year, or it would have been the year before now, I guess. And didn't really rate it. Would have rather have gone to McDonald's across the street. The coffee was good. The food was so-so. Would have rather had a McMuffin. As a Canadian, Tim's is real bad. Okay, fair enough then. Come on. We're 2-0 up. This could be our first piece of silverware to save if we just don't mess up. Oh! What an effort from Reed. We had a Tim Hortons open up about a year ago in Leicester. This one in Leicester is there. Well, see, this links back to what I was talking about at the start of the stream. I've lived here 4 months? 5 months? I didn't know that. Not been into the centre of Leicester since I've lived here. Ridiculous. Absurd, that is. Right, Brady's always tired. Wolfman can come on for him. Pandemics are rubbish. I agree, they are. That is a weird long throw. We've done some long throws today, but that was a very weird one. I remember eating loads of gammon and mustard sandwiches in Canada. That sounds amazing. Love gammon. Don't have gammon often enough. He says, as someone who's trying to eat plant-based as much as possible. So you could argue I eat gammon exactly the right amount of times. Will I spend £400 on a burger? No. What is gammon? Thick bacon, basically? Really thick bacon? Nonetheless, great streams, Kev. Love your YouTube. Oh, thank you very much. What do I think of cold Domino's pizza? Better than warm Domino's pizza. All pizza's better cold. Pretty much lasagna. Lasagna is another example. Pretty much all Italian food is better cold. Pasta, pizza. What else do Italians make? Ice cream. It's all better cold. All Italian food should be cold. Gelato. Yeah, exactly. I much prefer a cold lasagna to a hot one. The cheese is hardened back up again, and you can really taste the ingredients. But we're not talking about lasagna now. We've won a trophy. We are the Welsh Cup winners. I'm calling it. We're the champions of Wales. That's what this is. It's called the Welsh Cup. That means we're the Welsh champions. We are the greatest team in the history of Welsh football. Huzzah! Oh, beautiful. Who's going to take on the captain cartwheel role? Come on. Come on. Come on. Cartwheel. Hey! Lovely. There we go. What a way to end the stream. Gethin, over to you. You can have that one. I've headed straight to the airport. Match 1, medal in suitcase. I'm off to Ireland. Bye. Well, tomorrow night then. Remember, an 8 o'clock start tomorrow night because it's Pancake Day. Didn't we apply for this job last year as well? So we'll apply for that straight away. Straight off of our cup win. It will be job hunting and transfers tomorrow, boys and girls. But for now, we're going to find somebody to raid. Let's just have a look to see who is on. Football Manager 2021 is the game that we are playing. Let's raid. Kegman Plays. We've not raided him for ages. I'll see you back here at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, boys and girls. We're the champions of Wales. Hooray!